Round one, fight!
Hey, welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. This is episode number 170, and we're talking best movies of 2007 part 2. So we did part 1 on Monday. It doesn't really matter what order you watch them in, but you should see part 1 and 2 before our championship on Friday, so you can know which movies will be advancing, just see how it all unfolds. And we do have some movies that are holdovers. I don't have the list right in front of me. Maybe someone else might. But if you see some movies from past years, 8 movies, whatever made the Elite 8 from the best movie of 2008 will be here tonight. So you may see a few of those trickle in. But yeah, it's just pretty simple. We're just going to determine the best of 2007 here. And also, too, I'm drinking tonight it's called Sour Pink Lemonade. It's a new flavor of Ghost Energy drink. And as a little shameless plug, I did a little YouTube short that you can go see on the channel reviewing that and one other snack item on there. And I'll just tell you, like, this is really, really, really good. And yeah, well, I won't tell you what my score is. You got to watch the short to find out. But thank you. Someone posted in our private chat here. Our holdovers from previous years are going to be Up in the Air from 2009, Iron Man from 08, Madagascar 2 is 08, in Bruges 08, Moneyball hanging on all the way from 2011, Kung Fu Panda from 08, The Wrestler from 08, and The Dark Knight. So you may see some of those. A few of them popped up on the last episode. So yeah, but as always, I'm your host, Jordan, the Movie Hero Anderson, and we'll go ahead and we'll bring in our crew for tonight. We'll start with my co-host, Austin Pez Howell. What's up?
Let me switch myself over to there. There we go. Because if it feels weird to pop Jordan on and he's got to start talking when I bring him up, because otherwise leave him in limbo like an Inception, and he just won't be able to talk.
Falling off the bridge.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We saw a couple of those the other night. I believe we saw Up in the Air, Iron Man, and Madagascar 2 the other night. So the other 5 should be in here somewhere, hanging on. And yeah, we've already got our Sweet 16 from the other night that moved on to Friday, and the other Sweet 16 from tonight will move on to Friday as well.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. I'm actually home for once. Also, I've been on the road a lot. I feel like I've been home maybe 3 days in the last 30 days. It's been kind of nuts, but yeah. And I'm leaving to go out of town first thing Friday, so I'll be here a little over 24 hours at home. So, and also I was able to watch only 2 movies for this. I wish I would have had time for more, but it's just been busy times. But I did watch 2, and I'll talk about them when we get there. But we'll bring in our next guest for tonight. He's kind enough, as always, to make these brackets. But we have Mr. Malcolm Lay. How's it going?
It's going good. I mean, it's been a while since I had this bit made up. I'm pretty sure I remember what is definitely going to be some bad movies and some interesting movies, and so we might.
It's funny, we didn't have any like shoo-ins on a part 1 where we were like, that one go through. Yeah, we didn't have any of those, so maybe we'll have some tonight. I don't know. We should at least have a few of those. We didn't have any part 1. Those were
Black Sheep made it to the championship. I'm happy.
There you go. Yeah, Black Sheep made it to Friday. It's hanging on. Got just enough to squeak through. Yeah.
I like your little shout out to the Walk Hard the Dewey Cox story. The wrong movie died. Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, nice. But we'll also bring in. We have what's his name, Mr. Jacob Barber.
There it is.
What's up, Jacob?
Yeah, no, excited to be here. As of 4 hours ago.
Yeah, right.
So didn't really get the chance to watch anything. There are a few blind spots on the list, but a lot of good movies that I've seen. So
fill in last minute.
Yeah, Jacob's just happy that Sweeney Todd made it to Friday, and it'll be showing up again. It made the Sweet 16, so there you go.
That's all I care about.
Let's go.
And the recognition it deserves.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, but we also have joining us And hopefully he's seen a little more than the Westerns episode. We'll see. But we have Mr. Zachary Shelton. How's it going?
Good. I watched the first episode from Monday, and based on the background, I think I've seen all of these, if not one. But there's probably a good number that other ones that I have seen. We'll just see what pops up.
You can prove to us that you actually have seen a lot of movies, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But I don't know.
He's here. Steven's here. There he is.
All right, cool.
He's here.
I can't see the green room. Austin's running it, so
I know. No, I was keeping an eye out for him. I figured he'd be here by the time we got to him. But what's
Yeah.
up, Steven? How you doing, man? Oh, Steven. You made
You're
the
muted.
classic Steven. The classic Steven error. Uh-oh. I don't know. Hey,
We can't
I don't
hear
know
you,
if you're
Stephen. You muted.
you might want to fold your thing down. Maybe it's your thing's off because you don't have the thing folded down. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, you little Mike.
Yeah, if you got a mic folded up on your video game thing, you might want to fold that down. But while he's figuring that out, we'll kind of explain what's going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is part 2 of our 2007 series. Like I said, the Sweet 16 from part 1 has already moved on to Friday. The Sweet 16, whichever that may be, from tonight, we'll move on to the championship on Friday. And then after that, it's kind of anything goes just to see what wins the overall bracket for the evening. And like we said, we ran down the movies that you might still see on this bracket. But yeah, you can vote for any movie you like for whatever reason you want, but you have to vote no matter what, even if you have not seen it. So find a reason to vote for one or the other, based on other people's suggestions or whatever reasons you want to, or a spite vote, whatever you like. And we'll keep it easy breezy. If everybody sticks to 20 or 30 seconds, we'll get it done in a good amount of time, like we've been doing lately. So everybody sticks to that, we'll be good to go. What do you say,
good.
George? Yeah.
And as always, I'm always trying to figure out what movie Steven's random action characters from. So
You don't know that
we'll
one?
see.
Benjamin
I don't know.
Gates. That's National Treasure, brother. Nick
Okay.
Cage. Yeah.
It's been forever since I've seen that's gonna. It's had to have been like a good 10 years since I've seen a National Treasure movie, but
Well,
But-
and to get things started, Jordan, as we bring up the bracket, I feel like we should, be reminded of a certain character in a movie who always has fun in life. Remember that tournament fights is supposed to be about fun and just having a good time, just being happy. So let's get hyped and get ready for this.
still.
See, I feel like we could all learn from Richardson, just have fun in life. You know what I mean?
right.
So, let's just have a good time. Cool.
Hi,
Beans,
my name is
beans.
Jordan, and I like to party.
That's right. Oh God. Oh
All right.
Jesus.
What's
Do you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you now, Steven. Hey, you're there. I got you.
Can hear you now? Good.
Okay.
Remember those commercials? Good.
Okay.
All right, Malcolm. Present us with this esteemed matchup right here to start us off.
Shrek the Third up against Red Paws.
Yeah, and it's a good thing we can hear you now because you're up first, Steven. So what are you
Yeah.
gonna go for?
All right.
I haven't seen Shrek the Third since it was in theaters. It's my least favorite of the Shrek movies. I actually enjoyed. I don't think I saw the whole thing, but from what I saw, I actually enjoyed Fred Claus, and I think Vince Vaughn and Paul Giamatti were fun together. You have Kevin Spacey there as the main villain. I enjoyed it, so I'm going to go with Fred Claus.
Yeah,
Yep.
sounds good. Zach, what do you got here?
So I have wanted to see Fred Claus. I haven't yet, but I have seen Shrek the Third, and it's not It's not my favorite, but because I have seen it, I'm going to go with Shrek the Third.
Yeah, sure. Jacob, what do you say?
I just hope whatever matchup is next has a good movie in it, so one of these doesn't go too far because these are not great. Shrek the Third, kind of a fall from the first two, but I'll probably rewatch that before I go back and rewatch Fred Claus. So I'll go Shrek the Third.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say here?
Yeah. I honestly don't think Shrek the Third is that is better than Shrek Forever After. So I'll give it that. And Vince Vaughn is one of those ones like he's kind of grating to me in comedies, but I actually enjoyed him in Fred Claus, so I'm gonna go Fred Claus.
Yeah. Austin.
Both these movies are for me just kind of a collective. Yeah, but I guess I'm more likely to watch a Shrek movie, so I'll say Shrek the Third.
Yeah, so Fred Claus for me, I actually like the movie. I don't love it, but I have fun with it because I think Vince Vaughn's good, and then Kevin Spacey has he's a villain and his name's Clyde in it. So like I'd like to remind my dad's named after a certain villain, but because that's his name, Clyde. And then you have John Michael Higgins playing the little elf like Willie, and you got Elizabeth Banks in there and Rachel Weisz. Or Weiss, however you say it. But the only thing I don't like, I think the ludicrous stuff is like really, really cheesy in that. He's supposed to be the DJ, but it's just cheesy. And then Kathy Bates is in there as like the like Mrs. Claus, I think. So yeah, it's pretty good. So I'll go with Fred Claus. I like it better than Shrek the Third.
So just like part one, we start off with a tie, nice and hot. So Steven, you get to start our tiebreakers as we move up the ladder.
I know I said I enjoyed Fred Claus, but it sucks that I have to be the tiebreaker for this one.
Well,
yeah.
But I'll stick with Fred Claus.
All right.
Yeah.
We've got Reign Over Me up against Rescue Dawn.
Ooh, fudge. Okay,
All
now
right.
I got a tough one.
All right, Zach.
Okay, so I have seen Rescue Dawn. I haven't seen Reign Over Me yet, but Rescue Dawn is just okay in my opinion. And because I wanted to see Reign Over Me, I'm going to go with Reign Over Me.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you say here?
Yeah, I don't know that I've heard of Rescue Dawn actually, but I have heard
It's
Reign
a
Over Me.
Werner Herzog film about the desperation of men trying to survive in the harshest of circumstances.
Yeah.
Cool, I'll go with Reign Over Me.
It's
With
better
Christian
than
Bale.
he makes it sound like.
Yeah. With Christian Bale and
that was Werner's description, not mine.
oh, who's the other guy that's in like Saving Silverman and
Steve Zahn. Yeah.
Yeah, but Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I remember when we were going through the 2007 movies. I think it might have been JPO actually that kind of had Rescue Dawn. I haven't got around to seeing it. It sounds interesting. Like I think it's a really high rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But yeah, I have seen Reign Over Me. It's a pretty good like movie, and I think in the Sandler shines when he does do like non-comedic movies a lot of the time. So I'm gonna go Reign Over Me.
Yeah. Austin.
So I'm the weirdo who likes Werner Herzog movies. My dad turned me on to them, hence why I own Fitzcarraldo on Blu-ray, Gira, The Wrath of God on Blu-ray. I have Rescue Dawn, but it's just out of my reach. But I like Rescue Dawn. It's a good kind of POW Vietnam movie. If you haven't seen it, really good Christian Bale and Steve Zahn performances. So I'll give it some love. It probably won't make it very far, but yeah, I like Rescue Dawn, so I'll give it a vote.
Yeah, so it's one of my favorite quotes from Werner Herzog is like when in the first season of The Mandalorian, he's talking about the baby Grogu, and he's like, when I first saw the little animatronic, it was just so lifelike and it just brought a tear to my eye. I just couldn't contain the tears. It's just
But even though
pretty
it
good.
will face it later than most of us, it will still face the perils of death.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, Rescue Dawn's really good. Like it's just Christian Bale and Steve Zahn surviving in Vietnam after becoming prisoners of war, and then just like trying to escape. And I won't really spoil anything because I think you guys should see it if you haven't. But it goes through some pretty horrific stuff. So yeah, and then Rain Over Me is really really good too. Like I mean, this might be like in my opinion, maybe Adam Sandler's best performance that he's ever given. Like I think that's that good. Like it's just like an incredible performance of like what happened when he lost his family after 9/11 and like the fallout, and then him becoming friends with Don Cheadle, and man, it's just really good. So just because I like put the performance alone, like it's not my favorite Adam Sandler movie, but the performance I think it might be his best. I gotta go with Rain Over Me. Steven.
Now, Werner Herzog, correct me if I'm wrong, but made a lot of documentaries, right?
Yes, I made very many. I made Grizzly Man about the man who gets eaten by the bear.
So I haven't seen most of his movies, but I did enjoy him as the bad guy. The Jack, is that what his name was?
Yes,
And
Jack Reacher. I was the man with the knives.
But I have seen Rescue Dawn, and it's pretty good. I didn't love it, but I liked it, and I haven't seen Rain Over Me, so I'm gonna go with Rescue Dawn.
All right, well, Rain Over Me will win, and all of you can rot in hell.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got In Bruges up against National Treasure.
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. All right, Jacob, go first.
Yeah, National Treasure is a movie I've seen quite a few times because there's a local restaurant here who they show movies and they go through like a rotation, and National Treasure was one that was in the rotation. So I've seen bits and pieces of it several times. I'm sure I've seen like the whole movie in chunks several times, and it's all right. It's all right. I don't mind it. But I think In Bruges is a really good movie. I think the performances, the dark comedy here really works. So I'm gonna go with In Bruges.
Yeah, that sounds good. Malcolm, what do you got here?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Book of Secrets. I think it's good for what it is. It's just like a fun action movie, but it's I think the first one is better. I do want to see more of Ben Gates. Hopefully, the long rumored National Treasure 3 does eventually happen. But I'm gonna go In Bruges. So,
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah, no, I watched In Bruges recently, obviously for myself which you can catch on a podcast about movies with our 2000 series. But yeah, I liked it. I'm not in the camp of loving it yet. Maybe if I give it another rewatch or two in the next couple of years, I will. But I like the National Treasure movies a lot. I think both of them are a ton of fun. And yeah, I hope we get International Treasure someday because it keeps getting rumored. And that series certainly didn't do the trick. So let's try a movie actually with Nick Cage. So yeah, I'll go with National Treasure.
Yeah. So kind of like I said earlier that I've seen the National Treasure movies probably each like twice or something like that, but it's been quite a long time, probably about 10 years for me, and like they're good. I think that they're fun. I'm probably due for another rewatch, but In Bruges is great. Like I think that I'm slowly becoming more and more a fan of Martin McDonagh, especially when they have Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson together because they work really well, especially when they're directed by him. Just there's a couple of hitmen that have to go to this like In Bruges, which I don't even know what country they're really in. Are they in Belgium or there's something like that? Like and they just have to hide out there, and then. And Colin Farrell kind of gets like cabin fever, so he wants to go out and like just go out on the town. And you have Ralph Fiennes in there. You got Clemens Posey as one of the like townspeople that he kind of like comes across, and then you got a little person, Jordan Apprentice, that's kind of that's funny in it. So yeah, I think that's a good movie, and I like it better than the National Treasure movies. I'll go In Bruges. Steven.
It's funny. These two are actually pretty close to me because despite having my name be Benjamin Gates, I like National Treasure Book of Secrets, but the first one is definitely better. But I was just looking at the list of the movies on here. I'm like, what's a character that I love? Not necessarily the movie that I love, but a character that I love. And I love the character of Benjamin Gates. I don't love the movie, but it's a fun adventure movie, and I like those kinds of adventure movies. As far as In Bruges goes, it's all right. I don't love it as much as most people. I think as far as Martin McDonough goes, I like Seven Psychopaths and Three Billboards. I like those movies more from him. I still haven't seen The Banshees of Inisherin. So I'm going to go with National Treasure Book of Secrets just because even though I think the Ed Harris character does something at the end of the movie that seems out of nowhere and out of character for him, and it's just for the sake of ending the movie. But it's still a fun movie, so I'll go with National Treasure Book of Secrets.
Yeah, sounds good. Zach, what do you say?
So I haven't seen In Bruges yet, but I have seen both National Treasure movies, and while it's not as good as the first one, I still think Book of Secrets is a solid sequel, and for that, I'm going to go with National Treasure Book of Secrets.
All right, so we got another tie, and it goes to you, Zach. You're going to stick with it, I'm assuming?
I'm going to stick with National Treasure Book of Secrets.
All right, well, National Treasure wins, Malcolm, and that means...
That's high praise!
Yeah.
From a championship in the Final Four appearance to out in the first round.
Yeah, how about that?
I know, right?
It's up against the number 23.
Oh. Oh.
Right. Well, I think it's Jacob first. So, right? Or is it Malcolm? It's Malcolm.
I think
no,
it's
Malcolm.
Jacob. Jacob went first.
Yeah, Malcolm. Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't seen the number 23. It's one that I was actually going to see at some stage.
Here it is.
Just because I've heard
Right there on
it's
the poster.
bad. I just want to complete my Jim Carrey watch. But I've seen Surf's Up. Like
Here it is.
I'm
I'm really fast at this. I'm getting really good at StreamYard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Surf's Up, but I actually prefer the straight to DVD sequel Surf's Up.
Once you say it,
Rave Mania. But I'm gonna say Surf's Up.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Oh, there it is. Also, it's down there now. Oh, damn, it's jumping all over the place. It's everywhere. The number 23. No, that movie sucks. It's bad. It's a good concept, but the movie is a dumpster fire. It's terrible. It's not good. But I like Joel Schumacher overall, though. I haven't seen Surf's Up, but it can't be as bad as number 23, so I'll see Surf's Up.
Yeah. Remember this guy? His name was Michael Jordan. He was number 23. See him? He's right there. There you go.
45.
Yeah, he was pretty good, but number 23 isn't good. And actually have a disc somebody gave me from Clean Flicks. Remember that, where they just cut a bunch of unnecessary stuff. I don't know why a movie like that would need to be really edited, but they did it, and I have it, and like a good quarter of the movie's like not there. It's weird, but Surf's Up's okay. I think it's like an okay little movie. It's Shia LaBeouf, right? Is that the main voice?
Yep.
I think. And then John Heater's the chicken. I can't remember who plays like the wise old penguin, but But yeah, it's decent enough. So I'll go Surf's Up.
Damn, it's also right there. It's appearing everywhere. What's
Oh
happening?
dang, it's everywhere. What the heck?
It's invading our stream.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden, it's gonna be like covering the whole screen. You got to find one of those.
Oh shit! Now it's in the corner. It's
Yeah.
jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
How am I doing this so fast?
Yeah, but Steven, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Surf's Up, but I've seen the number. But I've seen the number 23, and that's why I'm voting for Surf's Up.
Yeah.
Well, just for that, I'm covering up your face with 23.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually am a huge Joel Schumacher fan. I defend him all the time because his reputation went down the toilet, unfortunately, because of Batman and Robin. The number 23 might actually be worse than Batman and Robin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So I actually have seen both of these movies. I'm going to give you a hot take. I think number 23 is underrated. It's not amazing, but I think it's okay. But I think Surf's Up is better. So I'm going to go with Surf's Up.
Yeah. Jacob.
Surf's Up.
Yeah.
And also, too, you guys remember a little player named LeBron James? He was also number 23. There he is.
Boo! All right, bye-bye 23. That's the last time you get on screen.
But anyway,
I think he copied it from Michael
anyway,
Jordan.
the major ocean picture Surf's Up is going to move on.
It's a
Yeah,
major
major
ocean picture.
Ocean.
Yeah.
You got
can catch Malcolm at the Chuckle Hut on Friday nights.
Yeah.
All right, which bigger creatures fighting do you like more?
I know. It looks like a Godzilla movie, but it's not. Yeah, well, first, okay, so, yeah, I still like the original Transformers. I'll tell you this. The Steve Jablonsky score, I listened to maybe more than any other film score ever made. It's way better than it has any right to be. It's really, really good. Listening to it outside of the movie, it's like, holy shit, this is an amazing score that doesn't deserve this movie. But yeah, it's really good. Yeah, the first one's still all right. I gave up after the series after the fourth one, though. But this one I think is still okay. So I'll go to the Transformers. I haven't seen the Golden Compass. I don't like fantasy movies.
Yeah. So I've read the Golden Compass book, and the book's really good, and the movies is decent. I think that they did an all right job. Thing is,
Yes,
like I kind of read it because
agree.
my dad like famously tried to tell me that I wasn't allowed to read it, and that's why I wanted to read it, because of the whole thing about how they there was a kill God in it, and like that's supposed to be like a sacrilegious thing or like something. I'm like, forget that. Like, it's just a book. I'm gonna read it. So I did, and I saw the movie, and it's fine. I mean, Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman, Sam Elliott pops up, Freddie Highmore, Ian McKellen. So it's a good little cast, but I think that the original Transformers, yeah, that it is fun, and I'll just say fun. I'm not going to say good. I'll just say fun. Because like when the Transformers start peeing on the side of the house and like things like, and then like running all over and like in like people's backyards, it's weird, but it's still fun. So, and Megan Fox is hot. I remember like that was the first time I really like noticed her. I'm like she's like on another like level of like hotness I've never even knew existed. So yeah, so I'll go Transformers. Steven?
I mean, I think this is the first time everyone, and because I don't think she was, other than being like an extra or something in Bad Boys 2, I think, wasn't this
Probably
her first movie?
Yeah, like I definitely had that poster where she's bending over, like looking at the engine of the car. Yeah. Okay.
I think the Golden Compass is actually fairly underrated, and was disappointed that it tanked at the box office, and so they never continued the story. Transformers, it was so not the worst in the franchise. That would be Age of Extinction, although
Yes.
Yeah.
I never saw The Last Night. So
Or the Last Night. Last Night is way too long. It's about an hour too long.
well, Age of Extinction is like 2 hours and 45 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like some
Last Night's even longer, I think. Ugh.
But so yeah, I'm gonna show love for the Golden Compass. I liked that a lot.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So I haven't seen The Golden Compass, but I have seen Transformers. It's actually my number 2 in the series, behind Bumblebee.
Oh yeah, Bumblebee.
And I do agree with you, Pez, about Steve Jablonsky and that score. I think it is really good. So for those reasons, I'm going to go with Transformers.
Yeah, sometimes I have to admit I stand outside the Universal Studios ride because they just play the score all over and over again from the movie. It's really, really good. Just sitting there listening to it. It's awesome.
That's true. Jacob.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Golden Compass. I don't know if I'll get around to it, but yeah, that first Transformers is it's okay. It's pretty good. So I'll go with Transformers.
Yeah, how can we forget Holiday in the Sun?
Shoot.
Yeah,
I totally forgot.
I didn't want to bring it up.
I'm more of a To Grandmother's House We Go and a Double Toil and Trouble kind of guy, JPO, but you know, it's just me.
More like a Margaret Bennett.
Yeah.
To Grandmother's House We Go. That was that thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've got a Christmas movie and a Halloween movie. You can watch it one for each.
But yeah, like Megan Fox's first major movie was actually Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen before she was in Transformers.
Okay. But I think she was also she had like a extra role in Bad Boys 2, I think.
Yeah, but that was before Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. But she wasn't even credited in it. So
we're talking about that, JPO. Gosh,
he's behind.
We're trying to give her some credit. We're trying. I know it's a movie. I saw it in Blockbuster over and over again. I didn't watch it, but I saw the cover repeatedly.
Yeah, I mean it was direct to video, so people probably would be.
I saw New York Minute because it had Simple Plan and like my favorite band from my high school days.
Sorry, only Olsen twin movie I ever saw was It Takes Two. I haven't seen any of the other.
But anyway, Olsen twins not in either of these movies.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed The Golden Compass. I do wish like it did better. I think it's just one of those cases of people just weren't that familiar. I don't think people were that familiar with the book series. And that, but I think the movie itself was a bit poorly marketed as well. I think the TV series they just recently did was better. But yeah, I actually quite like the first Transformers. So yeah, I'm gonna go Transformers.
All right, Transformers wins, and yes, I know JPO. I saw this thing in Blockbuster all the damn time. Okay, it's real.
Yeah,
I'm well aware of Holiday in the Sun.
Did you guys watch Two of a Kind? It was briefly part of TGIF for like a minute.
All right, we've got Becoming Jane up against 300.
Cool, 300. All right, so next matchup. Don't know what Becoming Jane is. So yeah, sounds good. All right.
No,
it's a Jane Austen biopic. It's definitely not one Austen's going to rush out.
Sounds great. Sounds right up my alley. All right, moving on. All right, we don't have one won the movie. Oh God, Evan Almighty.
I like Evan Almighty.
Really?
Well, that's me first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hands down, Reno 911. The movie. I'm a big Reno 911 fan. I mean, I watch everything, even I forget that little streaming service where they had shorts. They even had like the little Reno 911 series as like shorts during like COVID times and like that where they're getting like the cancel the police stuff.
Yeah. Shit, JPO. We're not voting for the Jane Austen movie except for Malcolm. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I might.
But the movie's really good because they get put in like a bigger city with a bigger budget. It's kind of like they did the big budget and then they had this like COVID series where they had like little to no budget for that, but there's
definitely going to be a documentary at some point about the not even rise of Quibi, but the immediate failure of Quibi.
Yeah,
all
the
immediate
failure.
all the money they sunk into that thing, and for it to die a very quick death. Yes, there will be a Netflix thing about it for sure.
Kiefer Sutherland did a Fugitive remake for them, and I always wanted to see, but I never did check out.
When we go to the Roku channel, you can watch everything Quibi had for free if you can go over there. But my favorite character is always the Nick Swardson character. Whenever he pops up, being like the kind of gay, like a rollerblader, like selling drugs or whatever. So yeah, I'll go Reno 911.
It'll be a Quibi short about the documentary about Quibi, because that's all you need to explain how terrible it was. Is 10
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, right.
But Steven, what do you say?
So I haven't seen Reno 911 Miami. And hot take alert, I liked Evan Almighty more than Bruce Almighty.
Oh,
Ooh.
So I'm going with Evan Almighty.
yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So I have seen nothing related to Reno 911, and I haven't seen Evan Almighty either. But Evan Almighty would be more something I would see first. So I'm going with Evan Almighty.
Sure.
Oh
I don't believe you.
Yeah. Yeah. You. Well, maybe for you, but for the majority, I'd say see Reno 911. It's really good, but the movie. But Jacob.
Well, you're not gonna like when I say I'm not a big fan of Reno 911.
Oh man, I almost spit my
But
drink
I'm
out.
also not a big fan of Evan Almighty. So pass.
Pass.
The complete rip off of the Santa Claus, with like even do the beard thing where like the beard just regrows in the mirror. They do all that stuff. Yeah. But
it was a Moses thing.
yeah, right. Moses.
It's
playing
Noah,
Santa.
you guys. It's Noah. Nobody corrected me. You
Oh,
guys are
Noah,
all
sorry.
sinners, and you're all going.
When Moses was on the ark, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Come on, you dummies.
I'll go Evan Almighty, but I honestly don't really care about this matchup.
Man, Evan Almighty goes through. Like, come on, Malcolm.
Yeah, I think I've seen Reno 911 of the movie. If I have, I really don't remember it. I've seen the TV series. It's fine. And I don't think even Almighty is as bad. I think it has entertaining bits. I'm not as crazy as Steven putting it above Bruce Almighty. I will
Yeah.
but I do like Evan Almighty enough to say I'll vote for Evan Almighty.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Austin?
I'm voting for Reno 911. Yeah, of course. Reno 911 rules, and the movie's funny, and it has The Rock in it, Jacob. So you should be voting for it because it has a funny rock joke, a rock scene in it. But
Doom also has The Rock in it. I'm not going to vote for
yeah,
that.
I know. But Evan Almighty is going to go through, and all I have to say is
Baywatch had The Rock in it, and I'm pretty sure I didn't vote for that either.
Got Shoot 'Em Up against Hot Rod.
all right.
Is that another Paul Giamatti?
Yeah, he's got
I think it is.
I'll have to see how many Paul Giamatti movies are going to be in this year.
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah,
Steven.
Yeah, Steven.
We almost should do a podcast about movies about Paul Giamatti, Jacob, right?
We should. I'm sure there's a few good ones we could focus on.
We may or may not already have that on the schedule for December. Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
Steven.
So I love action movies, and Shoot 'Em Up does have a great cast. Shoot 'Em Up had the unfortunate misfortune of being released around the same time as Crank, and I think even though they're very different, I think they both kind of want to be wild, over the top, zany fun. But I think Crank did a better job of that than Shoot 'Em Up does. Hot Rod, I haven't seen a Hot Rod since it was in theaters, but I remember enjoying it. So I'm gonna go with Hot Rod.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So of these two, I have seen Hot Rod, but again, it's been since it came out. And I've actually wanted to see Shoot 'Em Up. I just haven't gotten around to it. And because I only thought Hot Rod was okay when I saw it, I'm going to go for Shoot 'Em Up.
All right. Jacob.
I haven't seen Shoot 'Em Up, but I love Hot Rod. It might be my favorite comedy of this year. It's close between another one that'll come up later. But yeah, it's really close. I think there's some some pretty quotable lines. I think Andy Samberg is hilarious. That him just falling down the hill for what feels like 5
Yeah,
minutes is
it's
just
so good.
hilarious.
I love
That scene that you showed at the beginning, Austin, is
all the
hilarious.
Richardson stuff, the stuff with him at the
Yeah.
pool. There's no
It's so
tool in this pool.
Yeah.
it's great.
I still like quote the cool beans like
Cool
whenever
beans.
I can.
Cool
Beans.
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 Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's easily Hot Rod for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you got here?
Yeah, I
You're
haven't
muted.
seen
Oh,
Shoot
there.
'Em Up. Yeah, I haven't seen Shoot 'Em Up. If I had more time, I would have got to it eventually. But I think Hot Rod is good, so Hot Rod gets my vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen Shoot 'Em Up. If you're an action fan, it is kind of a parody of action movies while Clive Owen playing it straight. But like it's a send up of a lot of like action cliches and tropes and stuff, and it's just very kind of over the top. So it's a good watch. I do recommend it. But yeah, Hot Rod. Well, it might not be my number one of the year because I think Walk Hard is still my number one of the year just for how brilliant that script is and the great takedown it is. But Hot Rod's awesome, and I love Hot Rod. As you can tell from me playing the thing at the opening, like I just dig Hot Rod. It's a lot of fun. It's my kind of silly. So yeah, I like it a lot. I'll go with Hot Rod.
Yeah, I haven't seen Shoot 'Em Up, but Hot Rod is freaking amazing. I love Hot Rod. Like, I just want to see him fight Frank another like 20, 30 times. Like he has to fight his stepdad Frank over and over again for whatever reason. I don't know, but because it's part of his ego or just a thing that they do between father and son. I don't know, but yeah, I once saw Hot Rod when he jumped the community pool. Yeah. he's always in random stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's fun. I'm a big Andy Samberg fan. Like I'll literally like watch like anything that he's been in. I've enjoyed all of it. At least him in it. I mean, he's on things like That's My Boy. The movie's not good, but I still like Andy Samberg in it. So yeah, so I'll go Hot Rod.
Yep, Hot Rod. I'll take it this one.
We've got Fracture up against Kung Fu Panda.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
All right, Zach.
I mean, this is an easy one because I haven't seen Fracture and I really do like Kung Fu Panda, so Kung Fu Panda.
Yep. Jacob.
Yeah, why couldn't Fracture go up against like Fred Claus or Shrek the Third or something else? Because it's been a minute since I've seen it, but it's really good. I think Anthony Hopkins and Ryan Gosling are really good. But I think Kung Fu Panda is just a lot of fun. Great voice cast here, some fun animated action sequences. So I'm gonna go with Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I just haven't seen Fracture. It was one that I really wanted to get around to. I just didn't get to it. But yeah, I really like. I think Kung Fu Panda's great. So Kung Fu Panda gets my vote.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
No, I'm like Jacob. It's a shame because Fracture is a really good psychological thriller. Yeah, Anthony Hopkins, this is one of his better 2000s roles that a lot of people don't talk about, that he's playing all these mind games with Ryan Gosling in this court case that they're doing and getting the better of him for most of it, representing himself and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a really good twisty turny, like 2000s thriller that doesn't get enough recognition. So yeah, I wish it was going to be something else, but Kung Fu Panda is my 128, so I got to stick with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say skadoosh. That's my vote. I've never seen Fracture.
Fracture's good. Go check it out.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah. But Steven.
You're muted.
Did.
That's quite.
These are both pretty. Well, no, the first time was because I had to go in the settings.
Count it.
Yeah. So this counts as only one time. So. But both of these movies are pretty neck and neck. They're both in the good but not great category for me. So I'll show some love to Fracture. I thought Fracture was a solid movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach.
Yeah, no, he went first. Kung Fu
Oh,
Panda.
that's right. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Panda.
We've got the game plan up against the kingdom.
All right. The kingdom moves on. All right, let's go to the next.
Yeah, Kingdom moves on. Game plan sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen the kingdom, so
Neither have
It's-
I.
I saw Game Plan for the first time this year.
It's really good. Yeah, the
Game plan is really good. Yeah, you're right.
kingdom.
Oh, this is a hard one for me.
Oh, okay. Not for me. Not as much.
Not for me
Jake.
either.
Yeah, Jacob.
I mean, we can probably move over Enchanted if
Oh, get the fuck out of here. You better stop right there.
No, we're not doing that. F no. Who's first now?
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah, so I actually haven't seen Enchanted yet. It's one that I need to get to. But I haven't seen Live Free or Die Hard either. The only Die Hard sequel I've seen is 2. So I guess it's which one would I probably watch first? Probably Enchanted. So I'll go with Enchanted.
And you haven't seen the sequel yet, where it's been 20 years and we're all still enchanted. Malcolm.
Yeah, I was very late to Enchanted. I watched it for the first time last year when the sequel came out. Because that's when they finally decided to put it on Disney Plus. But yeah, I actually quite liked it. I do like all the Die Hard movies. I honestly don't think there's a bad one in there, but I like Enchanted, so Enchanted is my vote.
Yeah, from Austin.
Yeah, Enchanted's all right. I haven't seen it since 2007, so I saw it in the theater. I'm probably due for a rewatch. But I like the Die Hard movies for the most part. I really defend this fourth one. I think Live Free or Die Hard is actually a really, really good action movie, really underrated in the series, with a good premise of just old John McClane against technology. It works for how kind of old he is, just being the old school action hero against all this stuff, and he has really good chemistry with Justin Long. So yeah, I'll just vote for Live Free or Die Hard and say,
how about yippee-ki-yay,
yeah. That's right.
Spoiler clip.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I'm not a big Enchanted fan. Like I saw the first one.
It's the only time he says it in the movie, so I had to play that one.
Yeah, right. But yeah, like I really like Live Free or Die Hard to the point where it's my second favorite Die Hard movie, just after the original. Like I like it a lot, and yeah, I think just like you said, Austin, Justin Long's really good. Him against technology. Timothy Oliphant plays a really good villain, and then Kevin Smith has a fun cameo in there. So yeah, I'll vote for Live Free or
And
Die Hard.
who doesn't find Mary Elizabeth Winstead adorable as always?
Yeah, right. Of course. Yep. Steven, what do you say?
I love Timothy Oliphant, but I actually didn't. I thought he was just okay in this movie. Actually,
Yeah.
This is tough. Actually, I probably have Enchanted ranked a little higher, but I've seen Live Free or Die Hard way more times. So because of that, I'll go with Live Free or Die Hard. But I do love Enchanted, and trying to. This is probably the movie where I fell in love with Amy Adams.
Mm.
I'm trying to remember. What did she do before this? I mean, she was
One episode of Smallville.
And she's in Catch Me If You Can. She's been in a couple of things.
Yeah, no, I mean, like her breakthrough role was probably the indie movie June.
She was naked in Psycho Beach Party. Does that count? 2001? No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
If she was naked, then it counts.
Mm-hmm. She was.
I do love Amy Adams in this, but I think I do have to go with Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah. Live Free or Die Hard, keeping the lights on over at TNT for all these years. That movie's always on all the time. But Zach, yeah.
So I have seen Enchanted, but I haven't seen Live Free or Die Hard. I've only seen up to Die Hard with a Vengeance, so I need to watch the other ones. But because of that, I'm going to go with Enchanted.
Yeah.
Shit, I know where this is going to go because Jacob's got the tiebreaker. Damn. Because
Well.
Jacob has the tiebreaker. So
Yeah, it's just such a tough decision that I have to think about it. But I haven't seen either of them, so honestly, yeah, I'll stick with Enchanted.
damn.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a good tournament.
Yeah.
I have a whole lot of
It's going
mad
to be
votes
an amazing tournament, basically.
Look,
An
as
amazing
much as I like the
man.
movie, it was probably never going to win anyways.
Yeah. Speaking of Kevin Smith, two Kevin Smith movies in a row where he doesn't direct. Catch and Release in 1408.
I think you're up first, Pez.
No, Malcolm's up first.
Oh.
I got it.
Catch and Release is another one of those movies that I think I've seen at least once, but I just don't remember it. But I have seen 1408. I think it's a very underrated Stephen King adaptation. And it's actually it's another Samuel L. Jackson movie as well. We've got 1408, so that gets my vote.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, I've seen Catch and Release once. It's okay. Yeah, I remember Kevin Smith being one of the better things about it. But yeah, I love 1408. I think it's one of the better PG-13 horror movies out there. Really solid, one crazy night, one location kind of movie, which is right up my alley. I dig it. And yeah, maybe one of the last great John Cusack movies. So yeah, I'll go 1408.
Yeah, Catch and Release. It's another Kevin Smith movie and also a Timothy Oliphant movie. He's in that. So
Yeah.
I mean, we had to look that up to know it because I have not seen Catch and Release. It just seems like the most generic kind of like just random rom-com to me. Like it's just I don't know.
I think this is one of three like Kevin Smith non-directed 2007 movies. I think.
Yeah, right.
Because doesn't he also have a voice in TMNT, that animated movie?
I think
2007.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right. So yeah, that's weird, right?
And also, speaking of Kevin Smith, I just saw a post that he put his house up for sale. So if anyone wants to buy Kevin Smith's house, it costs $5.something million, 5.4 or something like that. Yeah, but I'll vote for 1408 because yeah, it's really really good. John Cusack gives a really cool performance. It's a great psychological horror movie and with the like paranormal stuff. So yeah. 1408 for me. Steven.
Yeah, this is really easy. I mean, I love Jennifer Garner, but this is probably her worst movie.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, 1408, like by a mile.
Well, when you combine a rom-com and fishing, it's not a Jordan movie. I'll tell you that. I'm not a fisherman. I've been fishing, and I don't ever want to go again. Zach?
So I haven't seen either, but 1408 intrigues me a lot more. So I'm going to go with 1408.
Yeah. And Jacob?
Yeah, I haven't seen Catch and Release. No desire. But 1408 is great. It's been a minute since I've seen that one too, but I think I'm due for a rewatch. But yeah, it's great. So 1408 gets my vote.
All right, so I'm gonna catch it and release it back into the wild. See you
Jennifer
later.
Garner has 3 movies in this series because Catch and Release, The Kingdom, which we passed, and Juno, which we haven't seen yet. Yeah. Oh, more Kevin Smith. More Kevin Smith. All right, 3 Kevin Smith rounds in a row. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Versus Ghost Rider. Okay, me first. Yeah. I remember watching that TMNT movie not that long ago again. I just hadn't seen it in a long time. It didn't do much for me. I thought it was okay, but kind of boring. Ghost Rider is silly, but again, compared to like recent MCU shit, like it goes way up on rewatch. So I'll go with Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm a huge TMNT guy, but yeah, this one's just kind of like fine. It's kind of just mediocre. I do really dig the look of the turtling. The turtles need to look about how they look here. That they need to be big, hulking, like crazy, like roided out mutants. They don't need to be that, but they're just teenagers. But and yeah, the Ghost Rider movie. It's actually decent. Like I actually really like Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. I think that's inspired casting, and yeah, like I always love seeing Eva Mendes. She's always is attractive, and Sam Elliott, like he's cool. I think this is the second Sam Elliott movie on the tournament so far, so I'll vote for Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Well, we would have had 3 Nick Cage movies, but we didn't include Next because that movie stinks.
Oh, next, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You included Catch and Release, but not Next.
Yeah, next is actually better than Catch and Release.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. Steven?
I disagree that Ghost Rider is better than even the worst MCU.
No, not at all. It's way better than Thor: Love and Thunder and Eternals. Way better.
Actually,
Way better.
Those are actually 2 I haven't seen, but I think the worst.
That's why you're saying that, because you haven't watched those yet. Go watch them and then get back to me about Ghost Rider, please.
It's better than Thor: The Dark World. It's better than
it's better than at least 10 MCU movies.
Thor: The Dark World was kind of dull, but it wasn't like badly made or anything.
It's better than Quantumania.
Oh no, I like Quantumania a lot actually.
Same here.
Anyway, I haven't seen TMNT. I have seen Ghost Rider, and that's why I'm voting for TMNT. I think Ghost Rider is terrible.
I think close.
I think even Nicolas Cage couldn't save it.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So I haven't seen TMNT, but I have seen Ghost Rider, and I thought Ghost Rider, when I saw it back in 2007, it was a fun movie. So for me, I'm going Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Jacob.
I like both these movies. I think they're both fine. I think they both have entertaining qualities to them. So it's one of those. If both of these movies were in front of me, which one would I watch? I'd probably go watch TMNT. So I'll go with TMNT.
Yeah, funny enough, talking about bad MCU, I just got a pop up on my screen that says the Eternal stars have no idea if they will ever return. Gee, like
I wonder why.
Yeah, probably. Well, hopefully not. They announced it that they were going to do it, but I don't know if it'll ever.
Probably not.
No.
I think they will return. It's just a case of when. But
yeah, Malcolm, what do you say?
But anyway, I mean, I quite like Ghost Rider. I think it's really good. But yeah, TMNT is my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie by far. And yeah, so I'm gonna go TMNT.
All right, so another tie this time to Malcolm.
It's probably the first time in a while I've done this, but TMNT.
Man, I want to see Ghost Rider go up against Hot Rod. 2 stuntmen. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I was hoping that was going to happen when I randomized it.
Yeah, right.
We've got Ratatouille up against Vacancy.
Okay. Jordan?
Yeah, these are both movies that I think are good, but not great to me. Like, it's kind of interesting. Like, I kind of dig Vacancy. I mean, despite how gory it is and stuff, I'm not a big like gore person, but I mean, I kind of weirdly like it. But I think I like Ratatouille just a little more. I think that's pretty charming. I'm still a little butthurt though because I didn't go on Remy's Ratatouille adventure right before we were about to leave Disney World, and the ride was broke down. So I've never been on that ride, but I'll still vote for the movie for Ratatouille. Yeah.
If everybody puts through Vacancy, we can have it go up against 1408 and have the hotel horror matchup.
Yeah, that's true. But Steven.
And then it could hang on Steven until Identity and have a 3-way hotel horror matchup.
Yeah.
Look, I like Vacancy a lot, but it's not good enough to last all the way to 2003.
That's true.
Yeah. No.
Is anybody here not seen Vacancy?
I haven't.
All right, I won't say what I was going to say then. But I'll say is I like Ratatouille, but it's not one of my favorite Pixar movies. It's good, So I'm going to go with Vacancy. I actually really enjoyed it, even though all I'll say without spoilers is that something happens at the end that shouldn't have happened. It's kind
Yeah.
of absurd.
Oh, so Luke Wilson being in the movie. Okay.
Actually, I think Luke Wilson's good in the movie, actually.
Yeah. Well, Brian in the chat, just rub it in about the Ratatouille ride. You got to go on it, and I never did. But anyway, but the ride just looked kind of generic. It's not like it's a good. I mean, well, it's probably a good ride. It's just probably like not like one that like I need to be like worried that I missed out on. But
Yeah.
But Zach.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Vacancy, and while I think Ratatouille is good, it's not great. I'm still going to go with Ratatouille.
Yeah. Jacob, what do you got?
I do dig the 85-minute runtime that Vacancy has. I think that's great.
It knows what it is, Jacob.
Exactly.
It knows not to overstay its
Exactly.
welcome.
And it's on Tubi, so that's another plus. Anytime you can find the movie on Tubi.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I really enjoy Ratatouille, and I was like, where would it rank in the 2000s? And it's actually just it's right above Cars. But that's just how good Pixar was in the 2000s. That because Ratatouille I still think is pretty good. Yeah, I'll go with Ratatouille.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah. First off, I like the name of the director for Vacancy, Nimrod and Howell.
Yes, the director of this year's Retribution with Liam Neeson, a movie so good I forgot I saw it a week later when JPO asked me about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck was that movie called?"
Yeah.
What the fuck? The Liam. What was it called? Oh, Retribution, another generic Liam Neeson movie. Yeah, that movie's bad. Don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, I like Vacancy. I think it's good, but Red 2 is have to check my Pixar rankings, but I'm pretty sure it's in my top 10 Pixar movies. So I'm gonna go Ratatouille.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Vacancy is all right. I just like 1408 from the same year better. And yeah, I think Ratatouille is pretty good. Had to see it twice in theaters because halfway through the movie, when I saw it in theaters, there was a power surge at the theater and everything went out for half an hour, and we didn't want to start the movie over. Yeah. So I had to go back and see it again a week later. Those damn rats got into the projector. I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll go Ratatouille.
You have a problem with things movies getting cut off in the middle.
Like, I had fucking. I told you right before, like as dude was in Haunting in Venice wrapping up the mystery, it cut off was a fire alarm. I was so pissed. And not that I missed the movie. It was just during when he was like the montage of him revealing everything, and then the thing cut off. So, but I'm not going to watch it again.
Yeah, I more prefer Ratatouille from Everything Everywhere All at Once. The little like raccoon on his head.
Yeah. What about Ratatouille?
Yeah, I don't know that one as much.
just don't watch the TikTok Ratatouille the musical.
Oh yeah.
Hostel Part 2 against Waitress.
Oh, good double feature.
Yeah.
Steven.
Waitress. Hostel Part 2 was. I actually liked the first Hostel, and then of course I don't like what they did with the first movie in the beginning of Hostel Part 2. And the movie itself, it's but I like Waitress. It's a charming movie, and I've always been a fan of Kerry Russell's.
Yeah, and you do a crossover where they like kidnap Kerry Russell's character and they like strap her in the chair and then like torture her.
No, but she'll make delicious pies, so she'll get out of it that way.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I've been a fan of hers ever since Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Oh yeah. Yep. Zach.
So, this is going to be easy for me. I have no interest in any of the Hostel movies, so Waitress.
Yep. It's about me. Jacob.
I know I've seen the first Hostel movie. I don't know that I've seen part 2. And it's been a while since I've seen Waitress, but I do remember enjoying it. I think it's pretty good. So I'll go with Waitress.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, like I've seen Hostel Part 2. I'm not. It's weird. Like I like the Saw movies, like the Hostel movies. I don't vibe with a lot. But Waitress is a really good movie. And it's just one of those ones that like it does actually have a bittersweet story as well, because like 3 months before it premiered at Sundance, like the director of the movie was actually murdered. So it's kind of this. It's kind of this bitter. It was kind of this bittersweet premieres, like but I don't know if there is enough movies for this. But you could always make a bracket of movies that have been turned into musicals, because Waitress is one of them that has become a musical on Broadway. But yeah, so I'm gonna go Waitress.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Malcolm. Like, I love the Saw movies, but I don't like the Hostel movies because they don't have the same type of interesting, storylines and timelines and, mythology behind it. It's just, it just doesn't have the characters you can kind of get behind, things like that. I just don't, I don't love them. Waitress, at least, I like Andy Griffith in it. He's really good. And, it's got a solid cast. And I saw it once. It was all right. So I'll give it to Waitress.
Yeah, so the Hostel movies, if you know me, they're not for me. I don't like. I can't stand torture porn. I think it's a genre. I wish it would get wiped off the map. I just hate that stuff.
No, I don't want to get rid of the Saw movies.
Don't
like
get it.
Movies.
Like I just, but I don't know. Maybe just get like not so gory. I don't know.
Nope, can't do that. Have you seen the new one? It's great. It's getting good reviews, Jordan. You should see.
I haven't seen it, but I don't know. Maybe, but yeah, I haven't seen Waitress either, but was really highly rated when I was looking at the ratings of the movies to watch for this, and the movie also has Cheryl Hines in it, who's married to RFK. There's a scenario. I mean, it's not going to happen, but if RFK got voted president, she could be our first lady. That'd be kind of weird, but but also vote for Waitress, because I'm probably will never watch Hostel, but I'll watch Waitress.
All right, Waitress number one.
I think this is the last one. You've got Lions for the Lambs up against the assassination of Jesse James, etc., etc., etc.
Blah blah.
Yeah, way too long of a title.
The assassination of Jesse James.
Blah, 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 blah.
The movie's almost as long as it feels as long as the
As
title.
the title, yeah, it sure is. All right,
And yada yada yada. I'm really tired today.
Yada.
Who's up first? Zach.
Okay, so I'm voting for this movie for 2 reasons. One, I've actually seen Lions for Lambs. I've seen it twice. Second time was for a Battleground match earlier this year. And second, and I said this in the Western episode, and it's a stupid reason, but the other one has way too long of a title. So for those 2 reasons, I'm going for Lions for Lambs.
Well, hey, this is a tournament fight. You can vote for any reason. So yeah, that is a valid reason.
Despite what some people may tell you, that's a valid reason, and I support
that. Yeah, right.
But let everybody tell you otherwise.
Right, exactly. But Jacob?
Yeah, I'll go. I haven't seen either of these, and I'm kind of I'll go with the assassination of Jesse James. Blah 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 blah.
Blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to say the assassination of Jesse James. Blah 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 blah.
Well, yeah.
They need to make an alternate poster that just says that. But Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I haven't seen Lions to Lambs. It's one that I've always wanted to see. But I actually did watch the assassination of Jesse James for this. And I thought it was pretty good. So I'm going to go assassination of Jesse James.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, this one's a little tougher because Jesse James is like It's beautifully shot. There's good performances, but man, is that movie like brutally slow. It just took forever for me to really get into it. Yeah, Lions for Lambs is okay. The Tom Cruise stuff and his segment is kind of the best thing in the movie. He's got a lot of charisma and fire in his segment. Just for that, I think I'll actually slightly give it to Lions for Lambs, even though I'm a Western guy, but that one's not one of my favorites. So I'll give it to Lions for Lambs, actually.
Yeah, so I actually watched the Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. I'll say the whole title. That for the first time for this, I watched it this morning, and I actually really I dug it. I love a good narrator in it. A movie that really just keeps the plot moving, even though they might be long. Like it just kind of makes it feel like not as long to me. Like, and also like there it has to be based on some kind of a book because it just plays out a lot like a book, like they're reading like little pages from a book the way that it's narrated. But it's really good though. I really like the cast. I mean, I'm always a big Sam Rockwell fan. Casey Affleck is really good in it. And for the longest time, when I looked at this poster, I always thought that was Colin Farrell on the poster, but that is not. That is Brad Pitt right there. And yeah, I like Jeremy Renner in it too, and I want to find the other guy. Paul Schneider. He's pretty good. That's kind of one of the more standouts from like maybe like a not as well known actor, like a character actor. But yeah, so I've never seen Lions for Lambs, so I'll give it to Jesse James. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, Steven.
For a movie that's directed by Robert Redford and starring Tom Cruise, Meryl Streep, wasn't this also like Andrew Garfield's first movie or something?
One of them, an early one, yeah.
For a movie with all of that talent, it was a huge disappointment. I didn't care for Lions for Lambs at all. The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford is too long, and it does focus way too much on secondary characters for a huge chunk of the running length. But whenever the focus is on Casey Affleck and Brad Pitt, it's actually really good. It is a shame that one of the most interesting aspects of that movie is actually like the last 20 minutes, which they could do a whole movie of just that. Because I was kind
they should have, yeah. Honestly.
So I don't think it's a great movie, but it's a pretty good movie. So I'll go with The Assassination of Jesse James.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesse James will move on. And as Malcolm scrolls to the other side of the bracket, I believe, is that it, Malcolm, or is there one more?
Yeah,
as he goes to the other side, we'll be right back with the other side of the bracket right after this.
Only at BK.
Welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order?
Yeah, a Whopper. No cheese, no onions. Extra pickles
Sir,
on the
this is
side
a
of
drive-through. You need a vehicle?
it. Fine.
You need a driver, too.
Oh, come on.
Right now at BK, there's more than meets the eye with Transformer toys. 8 different characters from the new movie, one per kids meal. Transformers have arrived. Only at BK.
There you go.
Said I don't need a car. I am a car.
Yeah, I am a car, you son of a bitch. Give me my food.
Didn't you guys do a Burger King commercial for the for?
Oh, listen. The thing is okay. So it's hard to find like 2000s commercials that had like fast food or toy things, but like for whatever reason, Burger King sponsored every movie in the 2000s. So I've been able to find one for almost every movie.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to pull like commercials based on the movies we're going to see in the bracket. So I have anotother one for after the end of this bracket, this side. But yeah, for a different thing. Yeah, I don't know. Burger King sponsored everything. I guess they took over what McDonald's used to in the 90s. Burger King just took them over. So
Yeah, right.
Shelling out that money. All right.
They wanted to have it their way.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. There you
All
go.
the Devil Knows You Did and Southland Tales.
Speaking of another Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah.
He's in a wheelchair in this movie. Jacob.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. The cast for The Devil Knows You're Dead is really intriguing. But you know, Southland Tales has The Rock in it, so I guess I'll vote for it.
Yeah.
But he was also in Doom. You're going to vote for that, Jacob?
We'll see when that year comes.
Yeah.
I guess we'll get to that in 2005, won't we? That's right. Southland Tales is not.
I mean, it also had.
You would not like it.
I
But
mean,
anyways,
Doom does also have a Carl Urban.
I know, but doesn't mean it's great. Malcolm.
But yeah, I mean, I believe Before the Devil Knows Dead is the last movie done by Sidney Lumet.
Yes.
But yeah, I haven't seen either of these. If I had time, I would have watched Before the Devil Knows Dead. Just get round to it. But so I'm gonna give my vote to Before the Devil Knows Dead.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, it's been a minute since I saw Southland Tales. It's a really messy movie. They recently put out kind of a different cut of the movie on a 4K that tries to clean it up a little bit, but it's still kind of a mess. But I Before Devil Knows Dead is a pretty solid kind of final outing for Sidney Lumet. Sidney Lumet, one of the low key great directors of all time that didn't get the credit. He rarely made a bad movie over his the guy. I mean, the dude started with 12 Angry Men and worked for forever, for 50 years, and made a lot of good movies. So, but I'll go with Before the Devil Knows Dead.
Yeah. So I also haven't seen either one of these, but Southland Tales is just rated really low if you look at all the ratings. So and Before the Devil Knows You're Dead is not rated low; it's rated higher. And yeah, I really dig the cast. I mean, yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Ethan Hawke, Marissa Tomei, Albert Finney, and then Rosemary Harris, who is Aunt May from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. So yeah, I'll vote for Before the Devil Knows You're Dead because I'm way more likely to watch that one first. So. Steven.
So it's been a long time since I've seen Southland Tales. I don't really remember much of it. I don't remember. I just remember thinking that, as Austin said, that it was kind of a mess. But it had entertaining bits here and there. But I remember thinking, overall, Richard Kelly. I mean, I think Donnie Darko is pretty good, but I don't think it's as great as some of the, cult classic that it became. I do like The Box. I think The Box is underrated. I've only seen bits and pieces of Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, but it's got a naked Marissa Tomei, so I'll go with Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
Sure, yeah.
Is that all you guys think about?
Zach.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
So I haven't seen Southland Tales, but I actually have seen Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, and I actually think it's a pretty solid movie. I think really good cast all the way around, good story. So I'm going to go with Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob went first.
Sticking with Southland Tales.
Second Southland Tales. So Before the Devil was on.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Once up against Hairspray.
Ooh.
It's the same poster.
Musical.
I don't believe you, Malcolm. It's the same poster as Rain Over Me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Adam Sandler and Drake.
That is the same poster.
It's the same poster. Look over the other one. Hold on. Okay, no.
Once and Rain Over Me are very similar posters.
I'm gonna pull up the Rain Over Me poster and put the overlay on right next to Once, and I'm gonna show you. I swear to God, they're the same poster. So but no, keep voting. Malcolm's up first.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm pretty sure I'm up first anyway. I'm a big fan of Hairspray, and I think it's good. I saw it once for the first time. I think it was last year, and that's a really good movie. Like John Carney is one of these directors who has very rarely made a bad movie. I've still got to see at least one of his movies. He just had a new one come out just recently as well. So I'm going to vote Once.
Okay. Well, you can only vote once. You can only vote once in tournament fights. Yeah, we went.
Yeah, you only vote twice. Yeah. Awesome.
Scroll up just a tad, Malcolm. Scroll up just a tad. Okay, so everybody look at that. It's the same poster.
They're different.
No, it's not. It's the same
We'll
poster.
just give Don Cheadle
There's no
a guitar
trees.
and it.
Just give him a
It's the
guitar, and it's the same poster.
not-
They even have the same like shoulder bag.
The shoulder bag, like it's the same damn thing. Look, somebody
They
cheated
are
on their
very
homework.
similar.
Somebody cheated on their homework that year, and so they had a poster. Just-
Hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just make it a little different.
Yeah, just make it slightly different. Yeah. I don't like Hairspray, so I'll vote once. Anyways, Jordan.
Yeah, I don't really like Hairspray either. I've seen it, and I was kind of like.
And I don't need hairspray. I shaved my head, so get out of here.
I used to use Hairspray, and it didn't work for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Once has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's pretty good. And a 91 from the audience, so I'll watch Once, and I'll vote for it.
Okay.
Steven.
So I actually did enjoy Hairspray. I don't really get the gimmick of having John Travolta playing the mom, though. But okay.
Yeah.
I know. There's been other versions of Hairspray, which I think they did the same thing, but I don't get that. I don't get what that gimmick is supposed to. If he was playing a guy who's supposed to be in drag, that'd be one thing, but he's actually supposed to be playing, a woman. So okay. Still, I enjoyed it. I haven't seen Once, but I love the song "Falling Slowly." It's one of my favorite songs, not just from any movie, but one of my favorite songs, period. And so, because of that, I'll actually go with Once.
Yeah. Zach.
So I haven't seen Once, but I actually have seen Hairspray, and I think it's actually a pretty good movie. I think it has a good cast. I think it has some good songs and a good story. So I'm going with Hairspray.
Yep.
Yeah. Jacob.
I think Hairspray is good, but I think Once is great. I really love the story here, and yeah, Falling Slowly. Funny enough, I've heard the song. I heard the song probably like 5 or 6 years before I even watched the movie.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie, and I love the song.
It's such a good song. Yeah, I really love it. If you haven't heard it, you gotta go listen to it.
It's a very covered song. I've heard like multiple bands cover it. So
yeah, I think the two of them have like their voices work really well together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, other than that, there's other good songs throughout the movie too. It's really good. I'd recommend it. I'm pretty sure it's streaming somewhere. I can't remember where, but I would highly recommend it. So yeah, I'd go with Once. I think I watched it on Max, but it might be off there and somewhere else now.
You can watch Once for free on Roku.
Okay.
Same poster.
Cool. Yeah.
I was like, Malcolm, why don't you pull the Rain Over Me poster twice? Then he said what it was.
Yeah. Ooh, I Am Legend poster. That's a cool poster.
All right. I Am Legend and Dead Silence. All right. Me first. Yeah, it's interesting. So Dead Silence is probably James Wan's weakest horror movie, even though we'll see it again in that Masters of Horror tournament. It's not the worst, but it's not great. The twist is kind of what makes it memorable, even a smidge. But I Am Legends, it's still a pretty damn good movie. Really, really solid sort of post-apocalyptic stuff. I dig it, so I'll go with I Am Legend.
Yeah. Dead Silence is my one James Wan horror blind spot because I am a big James Wan fan. He might be my favorite horror director. He's really good, but I Am Legend is really awesome. Yeah, I think that movie's great, and yeah, I'll vote for I Am Legend. Steven.
I Am Legend is great when it's just Will Smith and his dog, but then two more people come into the movie, and it's all right, but it doesn't like ruin the movie, but it's not as good as it was when it's just Will Smith and his dog. Dead Silence, probably is James Wan's weakest movie, but I still really enjoy it. I think it's kind of underrated, so I'll go with Dead Silence.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
I haven't seen Dead Silence, and I do enjoy I Am Legend, so I Am Legend.
Yeah. So Dead Silence, is that movie like A Quiet Place? Where it's like just dead quiet the whole time?
No, it's about a guy who has a bunch of ventriloquist dummies. It's Donnie Wahlberg from the Saw movies, and it's got I think it's Bob Gunn is the guy who owns the place, I think. But yeah. It's it's worth one watch if you want to watch it before that Master Horror tournament. I would say watch it once, but figure or not.
I do want to see all of James Wan's movies, so yeah. But Jacob.
Yeah. Austin, if you want to watch a good Hoss fight, I know how you feel about the Thunderdome era, but go back to Fastlane 2021. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre have a banger of a match. And I Am Legend.
The one match I appreciated in front of no audience was the first Walter Ilya Dragunov match that had no because that worked for that match with them screaming at each other in German. That was great.
This match is solid. I'm gonna vote I Am Legend. I haven't seen Dead Silence.
Yeah.
All right.
And also I Am Legend.
Yeah. Right.
I Am Hero. Malcolm.
I Am Groot.
I Am Steve Rogers.
But yeah, I haven't seen Dead Silence yet. I remember when around the time it came out, I walked past like, wait, they made a movie about the Goosebumps book, Night of the Living Dummy, because it looks so much like the Slappy doll from Goosebumps.
Slappy, yeah.
It's like, and yeah, but I definitely see it. I'll probably see it eventually. All right, Max. All right, I'll vote for Iron Legend.
Yeah. My God, jeez, he's so wound up over what he votes for. Good God.
But yeah, I'm going to vote for Iron Legend.
All right.
We saw that Will Smith had a dog and he got jealous or upset about it. But my favorite random, I like Groot line, and like speaking of like I am a Groot from Guardians 3, when it's just like I love you guys just randomly. For some reason that like caught me off guard, and the guy laughed really hard, and people were kind of staring at me in the theater. But I didn't care.
We've got Ocean's 13 up against Smoking Aces.
Okay. All right, Jordan.
Oh yeah, this one's pretty close. Like Smoking Aces is good. Yeah, I really like it, but I think I like Ocean's 13 a little better. Just kind of the return to form, getting back to the good stuff of just going and robbing a casino, and you bring back a lot of the cast, and yeah, I think that it works way better than Ocean's 12, way better. So yeah, I'll go Ocean's 13. Steven.
I was kind of meh on Smoking Aces, to be honest. I think it's got some good moments. It's got a good cast, but overall, I just think the movie is very uneven. But Ocean's 13 is fun, and you got a really fun, villain turn from Al Pacino there. So I'll go with Ocean's 13.
That's true. I forget Al Pacino's in there because the cast is so stacked. But Zach, what do you say?
So I haven't seen Smoking Aces, and I think I've only seen Ocean's 11. I might have seen Ocean's 12, but I did enjoy those movies, so I'm going to go with Ocean's 13.
Sure, yeah. That works. Jacob.
Haven't seen Ocean's 13. Haven't seen any of the Ocean's movies, actually. They're blind spots of mine. It's been a while since I've seen Smoking Aces, but I remember enjoying it, and it's got a pretty decent soundtrack too. So I'll go Smoking Aces.
All right.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I haven't seen Smoking Aces, or at least I think I haven't. It's one that I think I vaguely remember seeing that cover, but yeah, I don't know if I've actually seen it. But I have seen Ocean's 13, and I think it's pretty good. So we're gonna go Ocean's 13.
Yeah, Austin.
I have that exact 4K of Smoking Aces sitting on my shelf, and I haven't watched it yet. So I need to eventually. I picked it up for like $10 somewhere, and haven't watched it yet. But I'll get around to it soon. But yeah, I like Ocean's 13. I like all the later Ocean's movies. Yeah, Jacob, if you ever watch the franchise, you can skip that original frat pack movie. It's not good. Original 60s one is very boring. You can just go right to Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Remake. Way better. I can assure you of that. But I'll give it to Ocean's 13.
Ocean's 13
Alright.
moves on.
Yeah, definitely.
Ocean's 13.
All right, we've got The Dark Knight up against American Gangster.
Shit. All right, Steven.
This one's kind of easy for me.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of easy because as much as I like American Gangster and I think American Gangster is quite good, it's The Dark Knight is definitely the better of the two movies. So The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So, I have seen The Dark Knight. I've wanted to see American Gangster based on Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe, but I'm going to go with The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, it's easy because The Dark Knight is just an all-timer, but it's still pretty disappointing because American Gangster, I feel, deserves to move on too over some of the movies that have previously moved on. But
yeah, I'd rather see American Gangster than like Evan Almighty or some of these other movies move on to the next round.
Probably,
yeah.
I mean, so yeah, it's an easy vote because I think The Dark Knight is on that level, but American Gangster I think is also just a really great movie, but. Yeah, it's The Dark Knight. I think it continues. I think it deserves to continue to move on in the lighter series.
I'll tell you what isn't. I'll tell you what American Gangster isn't. It's not one of Idris Elba's best movies, Chris Diaz. He has one scene in the damn movie.
Yeah, it is not one of his.
No, he has one
Idris
fucking
Elba isn't
scene.
even good in it.
Even in the extended cut, he has two scenes. He has one extra scene in a diner with Denzel, and that's it.
Yeah.
he's like not even in the movie. So no, it's not one of his best movies, right, Malcolm? Your turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do find it famous. Like in the last tournament, like Dark Knight just breezed through to the championship. There, this is the until it got to the championship. Like this was a lot different. It actually had people thinking about it, but yeah, I mean, I do like Dark Knight. I do think it's my second favorite of the Nolan trilogy. I'm a Batman Begins guy myself. But I do like it a little bit more than the American Gangster, but both movies are really good. So Dark Knight.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, it's a shame. I would like to see American Gangster at least make it into the 16 and get to Friday because it does get better every time I watch it. Like I liked it the first time, but I've liked it even more on subsequent viewings. Hell of a cast, really good. Again, one of Ridley Scott can be very hit or miss, but this is one of his better ones, especially from the 2000s. And it's a shame because The Dark Knight's like an all timer. It just kind of sucks for the matchup, but yeah, I'll give it Dark Knight. It's unfortunate. I would advocate for American Gangster otherwise.
Yeah, so I have a bit of a hot take here. I mean, not a huge one, but a little bit. Is that like I watched American Gangster for the first time for this, and I didn't really like it that much. I thought that it was slow and like it kind of has bad exposition. Like they don't really get me to really care about the characters that much. They're not really like giving much backstory or explaining a whole lot about these characters. So I just don't really care. I'm not invested in the characters. I mean, and they barely even explain how the whole operation works. I mean, I know they're like doing something in Vietnam War and they're like getting the heroin and all that, but it just, I don't know. I just didn't really seem to care that much. But I mean, it's just Denzel Washington doing some crazy things, shooting people in broad daylight and in front of big crowds of people. And then somehow he just walks away. Because maybe he has bought off a lot of the cops because they're all the dirtier cops or something. But even Russell Crowe's character, he's kind of like a sleazeball to an extent, So yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of American Gangster. It wasn't terrible, but it just I didn't really like it that much. But The Dark Knight is an all timer. I mean, we've already said everything like in all these shows about The Dark Knight, so I'll go The Dark Knight.
Yeah. All right, Dark Knight. I think I know why I kind of like it. You don't, Jordan. It plays like a '70s movie, and I love '70s movies. And it has the vibe of a '70s movie because it's kind of set in the same era, and I dig it. But yeah, that's what it is.
Maybe so.
All right, Stardust and Juno. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go to Zach. Mm-hmm.
Zach, okay.
This is actually a very easy answer for me. I think Stardust is very underrated, and I've actually seen it twice now. I actually saw it in theaters, and I really enjoyed it. Juno is okay to me, so I'm going to go with Stardust.
Yeah. Jacob.
I haven't seen Stardust. I think Juno is really good. I think it's got a really good cast here. I think it's got some good humor. And yeah, good performances all around. I'll go with Juno.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say here?
Yeah, I also think Stardust is very underrated. I think it's actually pretty good for what it is. It's just a fun fantasy movie. But yeah, I do really like Juno though. It wasn't my 128 at one point. But on another rewatch, I might just go back up. But I like it. So Juno gets my vote here.
Yeah. Austin, what do you say?
This one's interesting. It's two directors I like with Matthew Vaughn and Jason Reitman. And while I like pretty much the rest of each of their filmographies more than these movies in particular, Stardust is at least watchable, I think, mainly because of De Niro. I think he's playing a great character, and Michelle Pfeiffer's having a lot of fun. Juno hasn't held up as well on rewatches for me in Reitman's filmography. So even though I'm not much of a fantasy guy, I'll give it slightly to Stardust on this one, actually.
Yeah. I'll just quickly tell my brief little Charlie Cox story that I said before, but is that 2 weekends ago I was at Salt Lake FanX and I was in line to see Carrie Ann Moss from the Matrix, but then Charlie Cox's booth was right next to mine, and I was dressed as Marty McFly. I had my hoverboard, and someone tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around and it was Charlie Cox, and he's like, "Is that a real hoverboard? Like that's freaking awesome. Where'd you get that, man? That is so cool." And he's looking at it in awe. And then we just got to talking for about 15 minutes, and I was telling him how my cousin wrote a song all about Stardust that kind of tells the story from beginning to end in a really cool way. He plays the guitar, and yeah, he's like one of the nicest guys, just super cool. It wasn't even lying to meet him, but I got to spend more time with him than Carrie Ann Moss. So, but
be like, hey, Charlie Cox, you silly goose, daredevil, hoverboards don't really exist.
Yeah, they don't really exist, but it's a real prop, I guess. but yeah, and kind of with you, Austin. Juno doesn't hold up as much as I remember on a rewatch. So, and Stardust does. So I'll give it to Stardust. Stardust actually gets better on a rewatch. So yeah. Steven.
I do like Stardust a lot. But I do love Juno, and Jennifer Garner easily makes up for Catcher in Release for this movie. Although The Kingdom's really good too. So yeah, I'll go with Juno.
Yeah.
All right. Zach went first. It's a tie to me, and I'll put through Stardust actually.
All right.
Yeah.
At least she's got one movie that went through.
Yeah, she's got one still in there.
Well, the Kingdom
we'll see how far Elektra makes it in the next tournament.
Yeah, the Kingdom. Yeah.
I liked Elektra.
Like the bucket list versus the wrestler.
Whoa, that's a cool wrestler poster.
Yeah, that's the one he used in one of the other tournaments for last year for the 08 one. Jacob.
I haven't seen the bucket list. It's a movie I want to get to. I think just because of Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Excuse me. But the wrestler, it's an all timer for me. I think it's pretty fantastic. So I'll go with the wrestler.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I saw Bucket List for the first time when I did the Jack Nicholson Rankin movie. So I think the Bucket List is fine. But yeah, I just really love The Wrestler. So I'm going to vote. Only one of these movies has got Wong Killings in it. I'm going to vote for The Wrestler.
Yeah, and I'm here.
Yeah.
Austin.
No, I'm voting for The Wrestler. I really wish Jack Nicholson would have just retired with The Departed. Honestly, because he went on and made 2 really, really mediocre movies after that, and I wish he just would have gone out on a high note. So yeah, and The Wrestler, and I've worked with half the people in the movie. So yes.
Yeah, that's always a plus. Yeah, the Bucket List is a good watch with like your parents or your grandparents. You know, it's decent enough, but yeah, The Wrestler's an all timer. I mean, we have it on here all the time, and for good reason. So yeah, Mickey Rourke gives like the best performance of his career. So The Wrestler. I'm Steven.
So I'm happy. So it's good that The Wrestler's moving on. It deserves to move on, since it's already moved on. At this point, because it's got 4 votes for it. And that frees me up to be able to give The Bucket List a vote, because I think it's a better movie than a lot of people give it credit for, and I love those 2 together.
Sure, yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So I did see The Wrestler once, I believe, when it came out, and I have seen The Bucket List. And even though The Wrestler is going forward, I'm also going to give it to The Bucket List just because I was more entertained by it when I saw it, and I haven't revisited The Wrestler, so I'm going to give it to The Bucket List.
Yeah. But it'll be The Wrestler.
Thank God The Wrestler still moves on.
Yeah.
I would have, if it was close, I would have gone with The Wrestler. But since The Wrestler
We've got
already
music
moved
and
on,
lyrics up against 28 weeks later.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah.
I still have to. I think I've seen 28 weeks later once. It's been a while. I mean, I'm a sucker for like rom-coms, especially rom-coms featuring Hugh Grant. And Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore have weirdly good chemistry, music and lyrics. And I actually quite like that a little bit. So I'm gonna go music and lyrics.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin, what do you say?
Oh, this is easy. 28 Weeks Later rules. That movie's great. One of the great opening scenes in horror history. With the stuff at the farmhouse.
Yeah.
Just a really fun premise. A really great early cast with a bunch of people in here. Speaking of Idris Elba and Jeremy Renner, another ones of their movies popping up here. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Again, great use of the soundtrack and the music and everything. 28 Weeks Later, easily on this one. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So music and lyrics is a movie that there's a girl that I dated for a little while, and they would always play the soundtrack all the time because that's a pretty decent soundtrack. The like "Pop Goes My Heart" and like "Way Back Into Love" and like some of those songs are actually pretty catchy and the movie is decent, but I mean it's no 28 Weeks Later. Like I think 28 Weeks Later is awesome. I like it better than even 28 Days Later. Like the opening scene with Robert Carlyle from Once Upon a Time, who plays Rumpelstiltskin. He's a great actor. I wish he would show up in more things because he even shows like some like good emotional scenes too. And then just having them get back to the city in London, and then just seeing them like the way that the military is involved, some of the shots of, like when people start getting reinfected, and then also like I really like Jeremy Renner's character because he kind of has like a change of heart like halfway through. He's like, fuck this, I'm not going to just shoot random people, and then he's like trying to help people out, so yeah, I'll go with 28 Weeks Later. So Steven.
I do like Hugh Grant a lot, but I haven't seen music and lyrics, so I'll go with 28 Weeks Later.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So I haven't seen either, but I'm more inclined to watch music and lyrics first. So I will go with music and lyrics.
Yeah. Jacob.
2007 was a really good year for like songs in movies. Between falling slowly from ones, and then I don't care what anyone says. Pop Goes My Heart is like, it's so good.
Yeah,
I've
it is.
I've seen 28 Weeks Later. I think I do think it's a little bit of a step down from 28 Days Later. It's still pretty good, but I find myself going back to music and lyrics more often than I probably should. I think it's a really enjoyable movie. I'm going music and lyrics.
All right.
But it's okay, Jordan. You have the tiebreakers. You can save this one.
Oh, I've got the tiebreaker. Okay, good. 28 weeks later. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, even if
it's good. I wish it could move on.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you didn't have the tiebreaker, Austin would have had it. You got Moneyball up against Eagle versus Shark.
All right, me first. Yeah, I watched Eagle versus Shark like a year ago. It has its moments. I didn't dig it that much. It's got some nice dry humor stuff, but again, it's been hanging in there for reasons because it's damn good. I'll go with Moneyball.
Yeah. So Eagle versus Shark is like one of my few Taika Waititi blind spots. He's my favorite director, but I need to see this movie. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But if I would have had more time, because I would have thought I would have had way more time to watch more than 2 movies from this list, but I just didn't have time. But yeah, Moneyball is awesome. There's a reason why it's hung on so long from 2011. So I'll probably go with that. I also want to shout out. So I got these. If you watch my last the YouTube short Snack Hero, I tried these. They're called apple cider donut flavored cashews, and they're like really tasty. So if you ever see these around, probably around the holidays, you should try them out if you can. But yeah, I'll vote for Moneyball. Steve.
Yeah, I haven't seen Eagle versus Shark, so yeah, Moneyball.
Yeah. Zach.
I mean, it's kind of the same reason for Steven. I haven't seen Eagle versus Shark, but Moneyball is really good, so Moneyball.
Yeah. Jacob.
I forgot that this Fast Lane also had Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton.
That was a thing.
I forgot it
Really?
was more entertaining than I remember.
That's a weird match.
Does it have any goo?
It's got a lot of supernatural
Gooey stuff?
No.
Okay.
No, there
all
there goes the burnt fiend coming up through the ring. I also haven't seen Eagle versus Shark, but Jermaine Clement has me intrigued. I think he's a pretty funny guy. But yeah, Moneyball, it's been holding on this long. Either it's just that good of a movie, or it's just had a really easy path through these tournaments. But either way, I'm gonna keep going for it because I think it's a really good movie. Yeah,
some of both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's something from column A, something from column B. But like I'm not too surprised most people haven't seen Eagle vs Shark. I mean, I put it in here because it's Taika Waititi, and I think it's one that I figured people would at least know. But I don't know if this was one that was marketed a lot overseas. It's actually also my least favorite of Taika Waititi's movies as well. Like, even I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm gonna vote Moneyball.
Okay.
Yeah, quite sweet for Moneyball. Still, yeah.
Nope.
All right, hanging in from 2011 still.
We've got Michael Clayton up against Hannibal Rising.
Oh, Hannibal Rising sucks ass. Put through Michael Clayton. That movie's fucking balls. That movie's the balls.
I've never seen either one.
Oh, dude, it's the most boring shit. I fell asleep twice in the theater, then tried to watch it at home. I fell asleep again. That movie sucks. You don't want to watch it.
Ooh, let's just put through Death Sentence. That's way better.
No.
Way
We
better.
gotta talk about this one. But Jordan, you're first.
Yeah, like my opinion. I'm very hit and miss on Danny Boyle. Like I think he's done some fantastic stuff, but then he did Sunshine, and I just like didn't get it. Like I think it's a lot of wasted, weird, boring, kind of artsy looking stuff that like I didn't expect to see in this movie. So, and I think that Death Sentence is actually really good. It's one that my ex-wife showed to me. Kevin Bacon when like his family, I think it gets either murdered or I think it's murdered, and then he goes on revenge after the guys that killed his family, and like it gets like very brutal, and yeah, I think it's a really cool story. So I'll go with Death Sentence.
You know who directed it, right?
No, who did it?
James Wan.
Oh, he did, huh? Must be one of his non-horror movies.
He was dead silent, so then he decided to bring out.
He had two quick movies in 2007. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, because I'm a big James Wan fan.
But it won't be in the Master of Horror tournament because it's not a horror movie. It's just a crime thriller.
Yeah. but Steven.
So unlike Jordan, I actually did quite enjoy Sunshine, but Death Sentence came out like about a month before the Brave one came out, and I remember thinking how Death Sentence is kind of like the real deal, and the Brave one just feels like a pretender compared, just because the Death Sentence had the courage of its own convictions to end the way it should end, whereas the Brave one has kind of a BS ending. So and Kevin Bacon is great in the movie, so I'm going with Death Sentence.
Yeah. Zach, what do you say?
So I haven't seen either, but for years I have wanted to see Sunshine because it always looked intriguing to me, and for that I'm going with Sunshine.
I thought you said that you've seen a lot of movies, Zach, on this list. You haven't really seemed to see a lot.
I have actually. It just depends on
I think he would do better on these favorite movie tournaments with a lot of the tournament fight greatest hits movies that we see a lot.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But it's all right, no worries.
Hey, be kind. He's he's making Jacob Barber look really good, so I'm sure he likes it.
Yeah, right. Fine. Like, get some good suggestions of stuff to watch.
And with that, I haven't seen either of these movies.
Oh shit! I was trying to build you up, Jacob.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen either of these, but yeah, the cast for Sunshine is very intriguing.
Stacked, man. It's stacked.
Yeah, I'd probably, if both of these were in front of me, I'd go for Sunshine first. So let's get my vote.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
I'm looking at my window and watching Sunshine right now.
I am not.
I don't see any sunshine.
It's not your window. It has to be better than the
It's 11 o'clock at night here, so no sunshine.
But ain't no sunshine when you're gone.
Yeah.
But anyway,
sunshine out my window. It's dark.
I haven't seen Death Sentence, but I've seen Sunshine, and I really enjoy Sunshine, so I'm going to go Sunshine.
Yeah,
Sunshine.
Sunshine. I would have voted Sunshine as well, Malcolm. No, I like Sunshine a lot. No, I would have put it through because it's great. It's sci-fi. It's a little horror. It's a beautiful movie with a great score. Again, good stuff. So yeah, Sunshine is excellent.
They flew right into the sun, and that was the end of it. And I cheered.
It's great.
Sorry, I just completely forgot who started it. All right, we've got Wild Hogs up against The Mist.
Oh, easy. The Mist. Oh, fucking
The Mist.
good God.
The Mist.
Yeah.
Easy.
I like Wild Hogs.
Yeah, I liked Wild Hogs. I haven't seen The Mist, so.
But I still would go with The Mist.
Yeah.
I like Tim Allen and Martin.
Can't wait to crack open my black and white 4K, baby. Yeah, brand new, hot off the presses. That's right.
It's a black and white one?
Well, no, they had a black and white version of it you can watch, and it actually it's not gimmicky like some of the other ones where it doesn't work. It works because The Mist plays almost like a 50s monster, sci-fi movie, right. And it works in black and white. I actually really recommend it. Yeah, it's really good.
That poster kind of spoils it though, like some things. I'm just
not
saying.
Really, not out of context. No.
Well, I mean, you don't really know what the creature looked like to the end, but.
Sort of, but that's the one you only see for a second. In The Mist. Yeah. Come on, nobody's voting for all. Let's get that out of here. Mist moves on.
Yeah, I mean, I just watched The Mist before this, and I really liked it.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie Wilson's War up against Zodiac.
Aww.
So Will, you can tell with quiet and no, nobody else made that noise except you.
Yeah,
Because
you're first.
I am first. Okay, because I like Charlie Wilson's War a lot. I think it's really good. But Zodiac was in my top 10 for this year. So as much as I enjoyed, I think this is the year it was a really good year for Philip Seymour Hoffman because he got, this and Before the Devil Knows You're Dead and I had never saw The Savages, but I wanted to, and that got great reviews because I know it was in part. That was in part.
Philip Seymour Hoffman wasn't in Zodiac.
No, I said Charlie Wilson.
No.
Oh, I was fuck. I was like, what? Huh? I thought you were talking about Zodiac. I was like, fuck. No, he's not.
No.
Although he would fit right in that movie, honestly. But, yeah.
No, you're thinking of the guy from the Drew Carey show that plays one of the killers or something. I forget that guy.
Oh, John Carroll Lynch.
John Carroll Lynch.
Yeah. John Carroll Lynch. Yeah.
He is really good in Zodiac. I as much as I like Charlie Wilson's War, I have to go with Zodiac.
Yeah. Zach. What do you think?
So even though Tom Hanks is my favorite actor, I think I've seen Charlie Wilson's War once, and I don't remember it. And I do like Zodiac. I think 2 times I've seen it, so I'm going with Zodiac.
Zodiac for Zodiac. All right, Jacob.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I haven't seen Charlie Wilson's War, but yeah, Zodiac is an incredible movie. I think we got some really good performances here. And yeah, I see it going pretty far, depending on the matchups, obviously, but I have a feeling it could go pretty far in this tournament.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, Zodiac.
Yeah. No, pretty easily Zodiac. I mean, it has Roger Rabbit being a creep in it, so yeah, that's got it going for it.
Yeah. I've never seen Charlie Wilson's War, but I love Zodiac. I think this movie is fantastic, and I'm a huge David Fincher fan. Like he's my second favorite director, but I mean, there's an outside chance I'm going to see where Taika Waititi's career goes in the next few years. But he could become my favorite director, like just with his like Gone Girl and Seven and Fight Club and The Social Network and like even Aliens 3 to an extent, So, vote for Zodiac.
I almost got confused. I thought you were saying Taika Waititi directed Zodiac.
No,
he did.
That'd be
that'd be a very different.
No, there was no unnecessary humor sprinkled throughout.
Yeah, right.
They make Jermaine Clement the killer if possibly.
I love that you pulled the HD DVD cover of Disturbia.
Yes.
Anybody remember HD DVDs? Hey, you want to know the secret as to why Blu-ray won the war? Porn. Anyways, moving on.
And also because HD DVD was like backed by Toshiba, and they had a huge scandal and went out of business.
Well, no, also Blu-ray, PS3 became a Blu-ray player, and whichever one the video game embraces is usually the one that wins the war, so Blu-ray won.
And just in case it's not clear from that picture, that's Order of the Phoenix.
Oh, I didn't know what the hell that was.
Yeah.
What is it?
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Oh, I did not know what that was. It looks like Mad Max.
It's like the never-ending story or something.
Yeah, like it looks like Dragon Wars, D Wars, or whatever the hell that movie was. All right, Zach.
So I'm going to turn it on its head. Jordan, I've seen both of these movies.
Hey.
Yes, there you go.
Order of the Phoenix is my third least favorite of the series. And I liked Disturbia, so I'm going with Disturbia.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Jacob.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because I think both these movies are good. I think there's things to like about both of them. Yeah, Order of the Phoenix kind of falls in the middle of the pack for me as far as Harry Potter goes. I'll go Disturbia. I think I'd Disturbia.
Yeah. Also, a pretty decent Rihanna song. Malcolm.
Yeah, depending on what day you ask me, Order of the Phoenix is kind of flip flop. The Prisoner of Azkaban for me is my favorite of the franchise. And I just haven't seen Disturbia, so Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah. Awesome.
Guys know me, not really a Harry Potter guy. I like Disturbia a lot, though. Yeah, kind of a modern take on Rear Window. And yeah, I dig it. I think David Morse is great. He's a great character actor who finally gets to kind of be a prominent, character in this movie. And yeah, it's our third Shia LaBeouf movie of this bracket behind Surf's Up and Transformers. So yeah, I'll go with Disturbia.
Yeah, so my ex-fiance was like obsessed with Disturbia, and her and her best friend would like watch this movie all the time, like all the time. They watched this movie like 24 times, like a lot. And the movie's good, and like back in the days of MySpace, remember that? We would send like David Morse memes back and forth and like try and freak each other out because he's really creepy in that. And yeah, like also some love to Disturbia. I like Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, but it's not one of my favorite ones, so I'll go with Disturbia. Steven.
I do like Disturbia. I'm actually surprised by. I thought it was kind of underrated, so I'm kind of surprised by all the love it's getting.
Oh, yeah.
But that being said, I stopped loving the Harry Potter franchise after this one, just because I thought Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows Part 1 were decent but not great, and I was actually kind of really disappointed with Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Oh man.
I know I'm
favorite movie of all time.
I know that's probably most people will probably even say that that's the best one, but for me it's and rest in peace, Michael Gambon. I'm going with Harry Potter and Order of Phoenix.
Yeah.
All right, but with that, 4-2 for Disturbia, knocking out Harry Potter out of this tournament immediately. Oh, all right, there it is.
I mean, if anything was going to knock out Harry Potter, I didn't think it was going to be Disturbia. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it, so maybe I'm missing something.
It's a good movie, man. It's really good. Yeah.
All right, we've got the Kite Runner up against No Country.
All right, No Country, no contest. Move on, No Country. All right, anyways.
No contest for old men. There we go.
That's right. No contest for the Kite Runner. All right.
B movie up against Superbad. Anyone
Superbad moves on. We're B movies.
Yeah.
Superbad's great.
And it's the last one.
Yay!
Yeah, there you go.
Well, cool. Well, as Battle goes over, we'll take our final commercial break before the speed round.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the video game.
All right.
Nice. Interesting.
All right. Sounds.
Well, at least that Harry Potter movie had recognizable characters. I mean, the new one's good, Hogwarts Legacy, but it doesn't have like recognizable characters.
All right.
Well, I mean, it's set before all those characters started.
Yeah,
so.
Right.
All right. It is. Well, hang on. It is. Let me just explain. It's speed round time. So yeah, we'll go basically 10 seconds or less. Basically, just a quick vote for everybody each round, and yeah, we'll see which takes this one. The winners of this one, the matches coming up right here. We'll make it to the Sweet 16 and move on to Friday, and then so they will all hang on, and then we'll see which one wins the bracket. Just real quick, and then I know you guys know how it works, but just for anybody watching. But yeah. Jacob, Freddy Claus and Reign Over Me.
Once. Oh, sorry, that's the Reign Over Me.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was confused.
Yeah. Welcome.
I mean, I was going to make this quick as like anyone going to vote Freddy Claus over Reign Over.
No,
I don't know. Y'all seem to fucking love Fred Claus in the first round, so I wasn't sure.
Liked it more in the first round, but not here.
I mean, I still haven't seen Reign Over Me, so.
Yeah.
You had time.
Well, you can just move it.
Right over me is fine. Yeah, just move it on. That's fine. All right.
We got National Treasure Book of Secrets up against Surf's Up.
Okay, so this time we'll actually start with Jacob. Jacob.
Surf's Up.
Surf's Up. All right, bro. All right, Malcolm.
Book of Secrets.
Book of Secrets. All right. I prefer. Is that not the movie we're voting on? Oh shit! That's National Treasure.
Yeah. Surf Ninjas. I'll vote for that.
Yeah. Sorry, it's called Three Ninjas. Jordan, you got the title.
Oh yeah, right. Three Ninjas. Yeah, that's screwed up in trivia. But I'll go with National Treasure, Book of Secrets. I like it better than Surf's Up.
Yeah.
Steven?
When I hear Surf's Up, I think of that scene in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of Use, when Donatello's rolling down in the chair.
Oh yeah, Surf's Up. Yeah.
But National,
and then around the world there's a yo-yo.
But National Treasure, Book of Secrets.
All right, what's that?
Surf's Up.
All right, 4-2 for National Treasure, Book of Secrets. All right.
Transformers up against 300.
Ooh, okay. Two good soundtracks, by the way. Yeah. All right, Malcolm.
I like both of these movies, but I think 300 is just a lot of fun. It's one of those comic book movies that I think really worked, especially done by Zack Snyder. And honestly, this is probably close to being my favorite Zack Snyder movie. So I'm going to go 300.
Yeah. And Austin, what do you say?
Yeah, 300. It's in my 128. 300.
Yeah. Wish I would have had my original Transformers DVD case, because there's a case that actually transformed into like a transformer, and you could open it up and like take multiple discs out and stuff. That was cool. I just didn't hang on to it, but that's close. I'll give it to Transformers here. Sure. Steven.
I can't believe I'm actually being forced to vote for a Transformers movie, but Transformers.
Well, nobody's forcing you. You can just vote for 300. It's fine.
I like that movie even less.
Jesus Christ. You're killing me.
Transformers.
You're not voting for Zack Snyder? How dare you? Anyways. I think your namesake is Jacob.
Maybe I just really like 2007 Shia LaBeouf, Transformers.
Wow, I did not expect Transformers to make it to 316. But all right. Fair enough.
Well, 300 is just severed heads flying around in slow motion and really dark lighting.
It's not dark lighting.
That's the comic.
It's a comic book. It's literally the comic book come to life. That's what the comic book looks like.
Yeah.
All right, Evan Almighty and Hot Rod. Cool. Who's voting for Evan Almighty?
Nobody.
All right, Hot Rod moves on. Sounds good. Yep. All right. Stop it, Steven. I don't believe you.
I would have.
I don't believe you.
Stop it, Steven. Stop it. Silly goose.
And you thought I had the worst hot takes.
Yes. All right, I'm up first. Kung Fu Panda, the Kingdom. Kung Fu Panda. Jordan.
This one's close, but I think I'll give it to Kung Fu Panda. Yeah. Steven.
The Kingdom.
All right. Zach.
Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
Yeah. Jacob.
Everybody was Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Yep. Malcolm.
Kung Fu Panda.
All right. Keeps hanging on there. The Friday
Kung
tournament.
Fu Panda might have the slightly better kingdom that they're fighting for. Yeah.
Enchanted up against 1408.
All right.
Oh, was anyone voting for Enchanted? Yeah,
Well,
probably.
we'll go through it. Jordan, you're first.
My eyes on that one, but am I first?
Yes.
Yeah, 1408. Easy. Steven?
This is actually really tough. Even though John Cusack is incredible in 1408, I can't remember. Was I on the Stephen King performances or not? I can't remember.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah.
But either if I wasn't, then I was watching, and I was definitely hope.
I was because I pushed for Richard Dawson from The Running Man.
But as much as I love 1408, I'm going to go with Enchanted.
Yeah. Zach.
Enchanted.
Damn. Jacob.
1408.
And Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just really love Enchanted. Enchanted.
Okay.
Wow.
Austin.
1408 by a mile.
Yeah, by a mile for me. Yeah.
But Steven has the tiebreaker.
God, I kind of prefer an easy one to a hard one because they are really close for me.
I do too.
I'm gonna
I get it.
Enchanted.
A hard one.
Hard.
So you're going to keep Enchanted, Stephen?
Yeah.
TMNT up against Ratatouille.
All right, Steven.
Animation battle.
Ratatouille, since I've seen it.
Yeah. Zach.
Zach.
Ratatouille.
Jacob. An animated matchup, Jacob. Both animated.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go TMNT.
Okay.
Malcolm.
I'm also going to go TMNT.
I'll go Ratatouille.
And I'll go TMNT.
Wow. All right, so it goes to Zach for a tiebreaker.
Ratatouille.
Oh,
Ratatouille. Okay.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Waitress up against the assassination of Jesse James.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah. All right. And Zach.
Brad Pitt.
Sure.
Okay.
Jacob.
Waitress.
Malcolm.
Just so I don't have to write down a super long title, Waitress.
Sure, yeah.
Hey. Don't be lazy, Jesse James.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. Well, yeah. I'm gonna say it's not that long, but yeah, it kind of is. But also vote for Jesse James. Steven?
I think I'm more likely to rewatch Waitress just because it's shorter. Quality-wise, they're probably about neck and neck, but plus Kerry Russell's adorable, so.
Yeah.
So that makes it a tie. We move up to Mr. Barber.
And I will stick with Waitress.
Oh, you made it easy for Malcolm.
Now I can actually watch it for the championship. So
I also really like the movie. It's been a while, but I remember really enjoying it. Haven't seen the other one, so
yeah.
And usually I'll vote for the one I haven't seen if I really dislike the one I have seen. Like any movie that goes up against Billy Madison.
All right. Before the night of your dead, against Rain Over Me.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's Jacob.
Jacob, yeah.
Rain Over Me.
All right, sounds good. Malcolm.
Just because I've seen it once.
You've seen what once?
I've seen once.
He said he's seen it once.
Because I've seen it once.
What's way? Speaking of Papa. Yeah. What?
Seen before the Devil Knows You're Dead once, so I'll vote for it.
Yeah. Haven't seen either one. For the Devil Knows You're Dead. Steven?
Do I go with Naked Marissa Tomei or Falling Slowly?
You could still go with Naked Marissa Tomei later on. There's It's
Uh,
two movies.
and I mean, I do love that song, so I'll go with once.
Zach.
Before the devil knows you're dead.
All right, I got another tie. Goes to Malcolm.
It's going to be once.
All right. Let's keep going. We can have Rain Over Me versus Rain Over Me. Finals.
Yeah.
You mean
I am
once
Legend
versus
against
once?
Ocean's 13.
All right. Malcolm?
I just slightly. I'm going to go I Am Legend.
Yep.
I'll take I Am Legend. Yep.
Yeah, I'll also take I Am Legend.
It also predicted Batman v Superman before Batman v Superman. Anyways.
Yeah.
Steven.
Steven.
Ocean's 13.
Yeah.
Zach?
I Am Legend.
Yes, you are. Jacob.
I am Groot. I am Legend.
I am Steve Rogers. All right. Yeah. All right. I Am Legend.
I am Iron Man. I am. What else is there?
Inevitable.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got the Dark Knight up against Stardust.
All right. Me, Dark Knight.
And the one that knocks. I'll go with Stardust. I'll just show some love for it. Pretty good. Steven.
Dark Knight.
Zach.
Stardust.
Jacob.
Dark Knight.
Malcolm.
I also show some love for Stardust.
Ooh.
Mhm.
So it's a tie?
Yes, it's a tie to me. Cool, because Dark Knight moves on.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I figured.
I knew my.
Look, if it's a movie about I was over the moon about it, I'd give it some love and get Dark Knight out, but I'm not over the moon about Stardust. I think it's fine.
But Robert,
I knew my vote was going to tie it up. I just forced it off.
Yeah.
But are you with the stars about it for Stardust?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I think it's pretty,
the rest
pretty
will be
decent.
28 weeks later.
Yeah. Jordan.
You know what? I want to show some love to 28 weeks later. It's really good. I'll vote for that. From Steven.
The Wrestler.
Zach.
I'll go with Mickey Rourke.
Okay.
Sure. Jacob.
The Wrestler.
Malcolm.
The Wrestler.
And Austin.
20 weeks later, but Marissa Tomei's also naked in The Wrestler.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
She took her clothes off a lot in 2007.
Well, The Wrestler was
I
2000.
didn't know she was naked in that one.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm just saying back to back, in this bracket, she takes
Yeah,
her
it
clothes
was-
off a lot. She's very naked in a lot of movies.
If you got it, it's fine.
Wrestler.
Can't complain.
Yeah, right now. I can't complain. No,
Oh.
she's lovely. The Wrestler's
Wrestler.
42. Yeah.
And I haven't seen Milk, but Mickey Rourke was robbed.
Moneyball up against Michael Clayton.
I think going to say Mickey Rourke was naked in that movie. That'd be a little disturbing.
I think he was naked in like 9.5 weeks or something, like back in the 90s. Yeah.
Weird.
I'm sure he's been naked at some point in his career.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kim Basinger, yeah. Steven?
Oh, I'm first.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is hard, but I'm going to go with Michael Clayton.
Yep. Zach.
Moneyball.
Nope. Jacob.
Moneyball.
All right.
Malcolm.
Moneyball had a good one, but Michael Clayton.
Yeah. Austin.
I might show some love to Michael Clayton. I really like that movie. Yeah.
I've never seen Michael Clayton, so it'd be Moneyball for me.
All right. Well, Jordan's got the tiebreaker, so I'm assuming he's going Moneyball.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sorry, I haven't seen Michael Clayton.
All right, hanging in there, still to the championship. We'll see if from the championship it hangs on for another tournament. If it makes it,
right?
They could.
It's two weather themed moves. Sunshine up against the mist.
Yeah. All right, Zach.
Sunshine.
Okay.
Yeah. Jacob.
I've seen The Mist once, but yeah, that cast for Sunshine really intrigues me, so I'm going to go with Sunshine.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Marsha Gay Harden's great in The Mist. The Mist.
She is.
I agree. She's fantastic.
She's one of those evil
Harden is trash.
Marsha Gay Harden, there's a theory out there that she's right, by the way. I'll explain that if you want me to tell you. Remind me to tell you after the show about why there's a theory that she's absolutely right.
Because it all comes from the Book of Revelations and the Bible and blah, 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 sinners.
But The Mist is great and has a happy ending. So, Jordan.
So happy and joyful. What happens?
No, I legitimately has a happy ending. You just had to look at it from the picture. I'll tell you that. I told you guys that. You know that.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jordan.
Well, I've heard that it supposedly has a happy ending, but it doesn't make me feel happy. But I'll go with The Mist. Yeah. Steven.
Not happy for Thomas Jane's character. Okay.
I'm just saying, you got to look at it from the greater good.
But yeah, that ending, man. So because of that ending, I'm going with The Mist.
All right, The Mist.
I mean, that ending is so great that even Stephen King said that movie
It's
has
better than his own story. Yeah.
Anyway, Zodiac up against Disturbia.
Okay. Jacob.
Let's keep going with 2007 Shia LaBeouf, Disturbia.
Okay. All right,
Malcolm.
Let's keep going with 2007 Mark Ruffalo, Zodiac.
It's not even the real same thing.
Yeah. Austin.
Let's go with 2007 Roger Rabbit, Zodiac.
Yeah. Let's go with 2007 Robert Downey Jr., Zodiac. No, Steven.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If Disturbia was going up against a lesser movie, but Zodiac is too awesome. I'm going for Zodiac too.
Yeah,
we're voting on Zodiac 1. Yeah, they didn't catch him, so there was only Zodiac 1. Zach?
No, Zodiac 2 is when they're still looking for him.
Disturbia.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so Zodiac wins for 2007, Anthony Edwards. All right. Who should do more?
From Drew Carey.
2007, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a tough one. One of these is not going to make it to the championship.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is tough.
No Country for Old Men, and so I know it's not hard for Chris Scott, but everybody else. But Malcolm.
Actually pretty easy for me too. Like I like Superbad, but No Country for Old Men is great. So No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, it's a shame because Superbad should at least make it a Friday, but yeah, No Country.
Yeah. I am Groot and I am also McLovin, so I'll go with Superbad. Steven.
I like Superbad, but I don't think it's nearly as great as people say it is. So yeah, No Country for me.
Yeah, when the credits finally hit for Superbad and you see all those dicks, I'm just like, what am I watching? It's kind of weird. But Zach, what do you say?
Superbad.
Yeah. Jacob.
This one is tough. When I mentioned Hot Rod being my favorite comedy, like Superbad's up there too. This is like Final Four.
Especially
level.
Bill Hader and Seth Rogen. Oh, so good.
No Country, but it's this close for me.
Yeah.
All right, No Country wins. Superbad one. I was gonna play this.
Don't trust the police. No justice, no peace. They got me face down in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
I just like how simple his dance is. It's not like overly choreographed. It's just.
And also, speaking of like amazing endings with The Mist, then you go to No Country for Old Men, but the ending kind of shits the bed for me. I don't like it.
I wonder if he learned those dance moves from Henderson.
You guys know the story real quick? I know we're going fast, but about the Superbad DVD menu or the Blu-ray menu, where it's Michael Cera dancing over the menu.
No,
there's the DVD menu if you have it. It's Michael Cera dancing, and it's an hour-long thing. He legitimately danced for an hour in front of like screen. Like, and they
Really?
yeah, for an entire hour. And so if you keep watching it, it's not like a looped, 2-minute thing. He legitimately dances for an hour.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
That's commitment right there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, all right. I'm up first. What we got? National Treasure, Reign Over Me. National Treasure. Jordan.
For me, it's got to be Reign Over Me.
Okay.
Steven.
National Treasure.
Okay.
Zach.
National Treasure.
Man, you guys are high. Jacob.
Yeah, they're not even voting for the right movie. It's National Treasure, Book of Secret, but whatever. I'm going Reign Over Me.
Yeah, you didn't vote for the right movie.
It's it's called
sorry.
National Treasure. Yada yada yada. Okay.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yes, but National Treasure yada 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 won't work in a trivia match. But I'm going to go Reign Over Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will if I'm hosting.
It will if Steven continues to vote for it because he has the tiebreaker.
Come on, do the right thing. You can switch it.
I haven't seen Reign Over Me, so I gotta stick with National Treasure.
Yeah.
But
all right.
But fun fact: what's the video game that they play in Reign Over Me? Can anyone name it?
I don't remember.
There's a trivia question. It's called.
All right. Anyway, can we speed up?
Yeah. Anyways.
The Shadow of
Malcolm's got to go. Malcolm's got to go to work soon. We gotta hurry up.
Yeah.
Transformers.
I'm just kidding.
Jordan, quickly. Yeah.
Wait, what's the bottom one?
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Oh yeah, Hot Rod. Yeah.
Steven.
Hot Rod.
Okay, Zach.
Transformers.
Jacob.
Sorry, 2007 Shia LaBeouf. Hot
No.
Transformers.
No.
Oh no, easily Hot Rod. Hot Rod all day. Yeah.
Hot Rod.
Okay. I don't love Hot Rod as much as you guys, so I was surprised that I'm continuing to love for it. But I guess it's
man.
going up against
I
me
love Hot
competition.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like it. I just don't love it.
Kung Fu Panda up against Enchanted.
All right, Steven. If your internet can catch up. All right. Enchanted.
Yeah.
All right. Zach.
Kung Fu Panda.
Jacob.
Kung Fu Panda.
Malcolm.
Enchanted.
Kung Fu Panda.
And I will also go Kung Fu Panda. It'll be Kung Fu Panda. Moving on.
Ratatouille up against Waitress.
Ooh,
Zach.
2 restaurant movies.
Ratatouille.
They could both be in our food tournament that we'll do.
Yeah, that'll be for Thanksgiving.
All right.
Jacob.
Waitress.
Malcolm.
Waitress.
Austin.
Ratatouille.
I've never seen Waitress, so Ratatouille for me. Steven.
Waitress.
Waitress. Moving on. There you go.
Right.
More of a motivation for you to watch it then, Jordan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I want to see it. Yeah.
All right.
Once and I Am Legend. Once I was.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once I am once.
Jacob.
I've been a legend more than once, but I will go with once.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
I'm going to vote for once.
Austin.
I'm tired of these confusing posters. I Am Legend.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for one that's not a confusing poster. I Am Legend. Yeah. Steven.
Once.
Zach.
I Am Legend.
All right. It's another tie, and we go to Zach.
Bye Bye Once. I Am Legend.
Yeah.
All right. I Am Legend.
A cool song.
Just watch Once and Reign Over Me go up against each other in the championship.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
They could be in that bracket against each other. Yeah, we'll
We've
decide
got the
myself.
Dark Knight up against the Wrestler.
Okay. Malcolm.
The Wrestler.
Dark Knight. Jordan.
And here's your championship right here. Whoever wins this one wins it all. No, should be, but I'll go with the Dark Knight. Steven.
They've both already made the championship, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, then the wrestler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach.
The Dark Knight.
Did you vote, Jacob?
Jacob, nope.
I have not. Yeah, this is a tough one. The Wrestler.
All right, well, it'll be a tie. And back to you, Jacob, for your tiebreaker. So quickly.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I wasn't confident in that vote to begin with.
Do it all over again.
I'll stick with it and go with the Wrestler.
Yeah.
Go with the Wrestler.
The Wrestler. RASSLINS Wrestler.
We got Moneyball against the Mist.
All right, Moneyball.
Wrestling is a sport. Wrestling's when you wrestle your cousin.
I'll take the Mist. Jordan.
Oh, fudge. This is hard. I mean, I got to be nitpicky. No Marshall Gay Harden in Moneyball. So, Moneyball. Steven.
The Mist. I mean, if you hate her so much, it means she did a great job.
That's what I've been telling him for years.
Probably true.
I was like, that was your goal. You're supposed to hate her with every breath of your fiber. She does a great job.
I know.
You don't like her. You're supposed to cheer when she gets stabbed. Yay!
Yeah.
She's gone. Yeah.
I did. Trust me.
Then the movie did its job. Hey, Zach?
I stood up and cheered in the theater.
Moneyball.
All right. Jacob?
Moneyball.
Malcolm?
I tried hitting a ball, but I missed the Mist.
We have another tie. We're going through the ties tonight. Malcolm, tiebreaker.
The Mist.
Hey.
One of the days missed.
Zodiac
All right.
against No Country for Old Men.
Ooh. All right, Jordan.
Wait. What's the first one?
Zodiac and
Zodiac.
No Country.
Oh, yeah. This is a good matchup, but I got to give it to Zodiac. Steven.
These are both in my top 5 for the year, but No Country.
Yep.
Okay.
Zach.
Zodiac.
Yeah. Jacob.
Another tough one. No Country is really earning its way through. I'm gonna go No Country.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Zodiac.
What? You were underwater.
Zodiac.
Okay.
Okay.
Zodiac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zodiac it
I
is.
guess no Country will get another chance on Friday. But yeah, for now I'm gonna go Zodiac.
Yeah.
Just because of the matchup. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Nice.
All right. Okay. National Treasure Book of Secrets.
And I believe it is Transformers. No, Hot Rod.
Hot Rod. Okay. Steven.
Oh, you said that's Transformers versus Hot Rod?
No, not
Hot Rod versus National Treasure.
Oh, National Treasure. Okay, National Treasure.
Okay, Zach.
The Book of Secrets.
The Book of Secrets, National Treasure.
Okay.
Jacob.
Hot Rod.
Malcolm.
Is the Book of Secrets also known as the Book of Shadows? Hot Rod.
Probably not here. Austin.
I'm kind of rooting for Hot Rod to win this whole thing. Hot Rod.
Yeah, same. So Hot Rod.
All right, we'll see. All right.
Kung Fu Panda and Waitress.
Okay, Zach.
Kung Fu Panda.
Okay, Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob.
I'll go for the 2007 movie because Kung Fu Panda's already in the championship. I'll go with Waitress.
All right.
Malcolm.
Same logic as Jacob, Waitress.
Yep. Austin.
Yeah, but y'all screwed Kung Fu Panda in the other tournament, so Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
In the finals.
Yeah. I'll
I
go with
wasn't
Kung
there.
Fu Panda. Yeah. Steven.
Waitress.
All right, another tie. Kung Fu Panda. Justice for
All right.
Kung Fu Panda.
There we go.
I was really enjoying this unexpected
Waitress run. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's always like one where I'm just like, how the hell did it make it that far? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel that way about Hot Rod, too.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I Am Legend up against the Wrestler.
The Wrestler. Okay, Jacob.
The Wrestler.
Malcolm.
The Wrestler.
I Am Legend.
It's close, but I Am Legend. Steven?
The Wrestler. It's not really that close for me, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Zach?
I Am Legend.
Okay, we have another tie. We're back up to Jordan.
Ooh, man, I could go either way, but frick. I know I Am Legend hasn't won a tournament ever, so let's go with that. I Am Legend.
Okay, I Am Legend. Into the 4.
And then we've got the Mist,
The Mist.
up against Zodiac.
Zodiac. Ooh, another tough one. Okay, Malcolm.
Yeah, the Mist has actually had a good run, but Zodiac.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be over yet. The Mist.
Zodiac. Steven?
Have either of these already won the tournament fights?
I don't
You
tell
know,
you that
Austin's not
till
going
it's
to tell
over.
you.
I'm not gonna tell you that until it's over.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
don't think
you know
so.
that. You know that. You know the rules. I don't tell
All
you that.
right, I gotta go then. for the
And
third.
Brian, if you're in the goddamn chat, you don't say a damn thing either. Shut your mouth. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go then with the better movie, which is Zodiac.
Okay.
And no, Brian, Marshall Gay Harden is not the new Kristen Stewart. I hate Kristen Stewart in everything. I only hate Marshall Gay Harden in this. That's it.
Zodiac.
Okay, and Jacob.
Zodiac.
All right, Zodiac moves on to 4. All right, we got a fun little final 4 here. We got Kung Fu Panda, Hot Rod, I Am Legend, and Zodiac. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, actually, I like the matchup. Two lighter, fun ones versus two dark.
We got the fun side, and then we got
and
the
the
not
darker
so fun
side.
side.
Yeah, the sad side, where the endings are very dour on one side and very bright and chipper.
I'm surprised the 2 I like more are the ones with the darker endings.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah,
all right, I'm up first. I'll go Hot Rod. Let's keep it going, Jordan.
Yeah, let's go with Hot Rod, baby. Yeah, Steven.
Sure, I'll let you guys continue to have your Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach?
The guy.
Well, I'm gonna
I'll get a Hot Rod if it wins this whole thing. If you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go with what I think is the better movie, and that is Kung Fu Panda.
Okay. Jacob.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
No. Okay.
But I'm gonna go with Hot Rod.
Yeah. Oh, for Hot Rod, you know what I'm saying?
Hot Rod.
All right, Hot Rod into the finals.
Hot Rod right into the garage. You know what I'm saying?
Gay!
Okay.
All right. Jordan, I Am Legend and Zodiac.
Man, I can't wait for the Community movie. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'll go with Zodiac.
Okay, Steven.
Zodiac.
Zach.
I Am Legend.
All right, Jacob.
Zodiac.
Zach.
Zodiac, yeah. Malcolm.
Zodiac.
I might have gone to I Am Legend, but Zodiac's in the finals. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Hot Rod and Zodiac for the part two tournament winner. Let's see. All right, Steven, back down to you. What you got?
Fortunately, I have something to root for. So Zodiac.
Yeah.
Zach.
Zodiac.
You're supposed to say Zodiac. I thought you got the point.
Zodiac.
Yeah.
I've been hinting at it like 3 or 4 times. Like get in the spirit of things.
But that was your thing. That was your thing.
I was giving it to you, Zodiac. You should change your name at the bottom too, Zodiac. Okay,
Yeah.
Jacob.
Hot Rod.
All right, Malcolm.
Zodiac.
Hot Rod.
Let's go with the Hot Rod. You know what I'm saying? Hot Rod.
All right, the final one. Appropriate enough, we've been through 18 of them already. So for tie number 19, it goes to Steven.
No. Zodiac has a better chance to win on Friday. I'm just putting that out.
I'm putting that out there too. Yes.
I don't know, man, because it's got some heavy competition.
Come on, Steven. Don't you like to party? Come on.
Yeah.
I do like to party. Zodiac.
Okay. All right. Zodiac's a good movie. I can't be too mad. But damn, I thought that was like we were this close. The Hot Rod's never gonna get that close ever again. Ever.
Never.
Hey,
Ever.
maybe
All right.
it will win on Friday.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to try. All right.
Well, yeah, that was fun, guys. We got all of the 2007s out of the way.
I know Malcolm's
and then-
got to go, so let him get his
Yeah.
his plugs out of here.
Yeah.
We'll let him
But
go. We'll wrap up.
yeah, we'll see what happens on Friday. And I will be here. I'll just be at my grandma's house. You can see a new change of scenery for me. But Malcolm, where can we find it?
You can find me on Tafer Productions, the host of Rankum every Sunday. This week we're doing Saw, which is going to be earlier. And you can find me over on Full Metal and other places. And you'll also see me here on Friday.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll see you. Thanks, Malcolm.
Yeah, thanks, Malcolm. All right.
And then we'll go back to Steven. What do you have going on?
Well, I'll actually also be a part of the Saw rankings on Rankum on Sunday.
Me too. Yeah.
Wait, what's the topic?
We're ranking the Saw movies. Yeah.
Oh, the Saw movies. Somebody just
We're ranking.
Soul. I'm like,
No,
Soul.
we're
There's
not
only one
ranking
Soul.
No, we're ranking Saw movies in honor of Saw.
And then I got vote for Soul. All right, so do I. Is that it, Steven? Is that everything? You got?
Yeah, that's everything. That's all I got going on right now.
Sure, yeah. Zach, where can we find you?
You can find me on Letterboxd and YouTube under the name Movie Fan Z. You can find me competing in Lights Out and ASATs. And coming up in Battleground, I will be part of a rom-com exhibition match. So you can find me everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we're also part of the Lights Out teams tournament. Like, when are they gonna do that? Like I swear that we were picked. Did the selection show like 2 months ago? We're still at our match.
I want to say I watched that. I watched the selection show. I was like riding with my parents to some other state, and that was like a month and a half ago. I swear to God.
Yeah. So like,
I don't know. Maybe he forgot about it. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? But it'd be a really cool idea for like our team stuff. But Jacob, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can catch me over at Combat Wrestling Trivia. I just had a match yesterday for the Twitch TV title. So go check that out and see if I was victorious or not. Without going into spoilers, I will just say it was a really good, close back and forth match. And then I obviously pop up here, Tournament Fights, Tier Anchor. We also have Lonely Marks, which is our wrestling show. We just did our Fastlane predictions, which we will then review next week. And then Austin and I will be going live Saturday with a podcast about movies, where we will be wrapping up our anniversary series with the 2010s, covering Fruitvale Station, Gravity, Three Identical Strangers, and Upgrade.
I just watched Fruitvale Station 2 hours ago. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
3 of those movies I really like. Not a big Gravity fan, but
yeah, I like Gravity.
I haven't seen it, and so it's the first time.
You'll probably like it, I think.
You know what's great about Gravity, Jacob? It's a big budget, like sci-fi movie, but it's also 90 minutes. Alfonso Cuarón hit the nail right on the head. I like it. It's great. Very watchable.
Yeah, but Austin, what do you have going on?
I'll be sleeping in a little bit, which I haven't done in a couple of days. So I'm very excited about that tonight because I don't have to work tomorrow. I'll be seeing the creator.
In a couple of days, huh?
I'll be seeing the creator tomorrow with my dad. No, I'm just kidding. Getting back to actual stuff. Podcast movies with Jacob. Yeah, Sunday I have 3 shows, so that's going to be a long day. I'm taping a Battleground casual thing with Aaron. He's doing these top 11 things now, so we're going to be doing ensemble biopics. So, biopics that have like large ensembles kind of based on true story kind of things. I'll be on Rankum with Malcolm.
Walk hard the Dewey Cox story. Oh, wait.
Yeah, if it was real. I wish.
Love and Mercy. You vote for that one.
stuff like Oppenheimer, Social Network, Wolf of Wall Street, that sort of thing. These
Yeah.
ensemble kind of based on true story movies. And then hopefully we'll be doing Seen and Heard, I guess, on Sunday night, Jordan. Really late, starting at like 11 o'clock. I'm not excited about that, but all right. But anyways.
Well, just hold that thought because people's schedules aren't lining up. So we may be pushing it for 1 week.
I don't know if I can push it for a week. We'll talk about that after the show.
Shoot. Well, I don't know what we're gonna do then.
We'll see. But yeah, that's everything in the near future.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you can find me. Let's see. What do I have going on? Going to my brother's open house for his wedding, so I'm going to Boise. I'm going to be visiting my grandparents, and yeah, that'll be my weekend. But anyways, yeah, you can find us at the real stuff is Movie Hero 2121 on X and Instagram, and then once we finish our championship match, you can find the poll with whatever makes the Elite Eight. That'll be there sometime over the weekend, and so you can go vote for that. And then we'll make some announcements as to when our Seen and Heard Grand Champion match is going to take place because it's like I'll have everything lined up, and then one person can't do it, and we have to have everyone there, so it kind of throws it off. So that's kind of how it's been. So, but we'll figure it out. And then let's see. We have a Patreon, which we are working on how to get everything uploaded. Hopefully soon we'll figure that out. Because when Austin's hosting stuff, he has to get the download and get it to me, or we're gonna figure all that out. So there's definitely stuff coming for the Patreon page. Just be patient. We have some drafts and I think one podcast, and then I'll be doing a podcast a week from this Saturday. It's gonna be a big Star Wars podcast for Podcast League. Now we'll just be talking about the state of Star Wars. It's like what we think about it. Like the thing that's good, that's bad. What are the things we love about Star Wars? The things that we don't like, that we have issues with, and just everywhere in between. And then where we think Star Wars, the direction should go. So yeah, we got a fun little panel with some big Star Wars fans on that one. But and then we'll be doing the Wheel of Movie Spin tomorrow, which you can watch the YouTube short, but I'll just tell you we're going to be talking about Major League, so I got to watch that between now and tomorrow. So I'll try to figure out how I'm going to squeeze that in, but I'll do it. And I've already seen it, so if I don't watch all of it, I've seen it. But and then just a preview of what's coming up for tournament fights and tier ranker. And also, I was going to say we don't have a date set yet, but I am working on an episode of the Seen and Heard trivia. That's going to be a horror themed match for October. I'm hoping to do it in roughly about 2 weeks. So if you're watching or you're a fan of horror movies and you want to be on there and you think you know enough about horror movies to be a contender, then just hit me up and let me know, and I'll try to get you on. But and then what we have for the month of October, we're doing our Masters of Horror tournament. It's going to be Wes Craven versus George A. Romero versus James Wan versus John Carpenter versus Toby Hooper. So have a handful of each of their movies, like they each get like 10 or 11 or something like that. And then we have me versus Malcolm on our favorite horror movies of all time, which I have the list. I just need to send it to you, Austin. So I'll get that to you in ASAP. But and then we have best prison / mental institution movies. We have best horror comedies. It's coming up. We have we'll be continuing our geek series to find the best geek character of all time, and our next topic will be best Marvel characters. So got that one. We have best PG and PG-13 horror movies, and then to round out October, we have the top 100 horror movies of all time according to Rolling Stone magazine, and Rolling Stone kind of keeps like running tally. they'll like update it. They'll add new things to it if they think it deserves a spot. So we have that, and then I'll just throw in just a couple of bonus ones. We also have our Movie Hero Mystery Tournament. We're going to be getting back into those, and in November we have best DC characters, and then also we'll be doing a versus match. It's going to be Richie Goodacre versus Jordan Owens in a battle of their favorite comedies because they're both stand-up comedians. So that's what's coming up on the channel. But I think that's gonna do it for us tonight. So yeah, thanks again, guys. This was fun. We'll see how the championship shakes out and which movies move on to face the best of 2006 will be next month. So, but yeah, but for Steven Shepard, for Zach Shelton, for Jacob Barber, for Malcolm Lay, for Austin Pez Howell, I have been sorry if I don't choke on these nuts I'm eating. The
What? What was that?
Play the clip. Play the clip.
I know. I'm trying.
Gay!
Anyways, but yeah, I've been doing the Movie Hero Anderson, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
So, cool beans.
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 Cool.
Beans. Beans.
Cool.
Beans.
Cool.
Beans.
Cool.
Beans. Beans.
Cool.
Beans.
Cool.
Cool beans. Beans.
Cool.